All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another session of Gaunt's Gold, session 21. Now, we were 2 minutes late from 7 o'clock. That was 2 minutes, I need you to know, were me. I was all ready to go. I had everything all prepped, and it was sitting on the go live button, and then I was like, wait, I don't know what session number it is. And I had to go look at my own YouTube channel to figure out what session it was. So that's why we were 2 minutes late. But we're here now. We're ready to go. Everybody's here. Everybody's ready to go. And we're ready to start. Welcome, Pickled Pebbles. Gotta grab ice for your face, but you'll be lucky. Are you alright, Pickled Pebbles? Bongo. Bongo. Is that an emote? Oh yeah, it is. I forgot that I don't see it there. I forgot we had that one. The Moogle, yeah. It's like, is that an emote or is we could just really really off topic today? She's got the crumb horn, she's going for bongos next, guys. I got teeth extracted, that's why you're swollen. Alright. Yeah, that's always a little rough. Always a little painful. But hopefully it feels better soon. And yeah, icing it down will definitely help. Alright, so let's get into it, shall we? Without further ado. My friends here have been very quiet so far, and I had to double check that I didn't deafen. They're being polite, but I need to balance the audio. Somebody talk. I need to make sure it didn't change.
I was trying to be polite. You're right. You got
it. I'm just so used to you guys just like talking about something random.
So anyways, that's how you hide a dead body.
So we're saving it for later.
Right.
We're saving it for later, okay? We're gonna be nice and respectful now, and then stupid shit will happen in roughly 5 minutes. So
I mean, if you want me to talk about Thancred Waters some more, like I can do that. But I was,
See, this is what I was used to. This is what I was expecting. Thank you. That's what I needed to balance the audio. All right.
Yeah. You see, because we're in a seaside city, Thancred Waters is actually relevant to the plot.
He is.
He is actually plot relevant.
Can you introduce an NPC that's named?
This is what you wanted, Grin.
Wankrid Daughters, and he looks kind of like him. Yeah.
Wankrid Daughters, is that what we called him?
Wankrid Daughters. Is he an otter? Is he an otter? Is he an oddly otter? Wankrid otter?
Yeah, okay. Alright.
You asked for this.
This is deserved. This is 100% deserved. I understand. But
mistakes were made, but they weren't our mistakes.
Audio is bound.
Right.
We're good to go. Well, let's do a recap, shall we? For those who were not able to catch the most recent stream or who haven't watched the VODs, let's do a little recap so that we're all ready to go. Also, it's for our benefit. I'm saying that it's for chat's benefit. I'm lying. It's for our benefit so that we remember what the fuck is going on.
Yes, please.
But let's do a recap. So, our 4 party members, each criminals with a heart of gold, somewhat. In their own respects, fleeing the law, as they were almost sent to prison, they managed to escape the prison caravan that was bringing them there, and alongside a mysterious maid, they managed to make their way to the city of Marenhall to lay low from the law, who would surely be hunting for them. And upon entering Camille's safe house, Camille is the maid, I should have said that. She offered them a job. and said that she was planning to rob one of the richest people this side of the realm, Lady Gwendolyn Gaunt, and that to do so, she needed a team. And with each their own reasons to join, the party said yes, and have since begun scouting for their heist. As everybody knows, the most important part of a good heist is prepping beforehand for the big day. And so they began to case the joint, if you will. And so the joint in particular is the most secure bank in the realm. Evermore Bankings and Holdings. And getting down to the high security vaults where Lady Gwendolyn Gaunt keeps her most valuable items and coin is going to take quite some doing. And so they realized they needed allies, they needed resources, and so they've set about exploring the city and completing some tasks for some people to try to win them to their side and recruit them to this heist. But most recently, they're attempting to investigate a blackmail that's currently going on. Somebody is blackmailing the local church, as the church received a rather sizable donation to help with some repairs. But that money was revealed to have been sourced from some nefarious means as it was donated to them. And so the church, who really didn't do much wrong, are being blackmailed with the threat to reveal the source of their donations should they not fork over a good sizable chunk of that coin to this mysterious third party. Now the party seem to have traced the source of the blackmail to a tavern, a pirate ship turned tavern in the sketchier district of town. And they want to investigate. But to do so, they're going to have to break in, as a good chunk of the tavern is not accessible to the general public. And so the party put together last session a little plan to ambush is probably the right word. Ambush the tavern owner and put him to sleep after hours and use his keys to gain access. But I believe before that you wanted to, because you had a bit of time before night started to fall, and you wanted to spend some time at the bathhouse, the steam baths. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's correct.
And so that was where you were headed next. I do believe you also have a pending potion that you had brewing for you. Creekrock was making something for you. The little vulture alchemist in his basement was making a sleeping potion for you guys.
This is true.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yes. Okay.
And you were going to pick that up on your way after the steam baths.
Yeah, and that's the sleeping potion that's going to be used on the big fella out front.
Yes, you were going to pass that off to Poetry quickly so that she could try to slip it to the big fella.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right, well, then let's get back into it, shall we?
Heck yeah.
Let's head over to the actual screen. Here we are. All right, here you are. I forgot the exact time that we said it was. I think it's probably afternoon, but not too late in the day, because I did say you had some time.
Yeah.
So we'll say it's, around 2, kind of just after noontide, and you're just outside of Creekrock's magic shop that he is squatting in. Legally squatting in. No one called the cops on him.
Yeah, super legal.
Squatters' rights. Squatters'
Yeah,
rights.
squatters' rights.
Nobody else wants it, so, it's just going to waste. So you had just left Creekrock's alchemy lab, and are planning on heading your way towards a steam bath. So unless anything's changed, you can make your way there. You pull out your map, Anthony.
Yeah, I pull out my map.
Unfurl your map.
Wow.
All right, we can delete your old path. All right. So currently, you guys wanted to head from Marlboro Boulevard up to the steam house, and then kind of head back down, all the way back to the wash.
Yeah.
I need to update that so that I remember. Helps me in between sessions quite a bit, actually. So that I don't have to go back and watch my own voice in the VOD. So,
No,
you
that's
make
real.
your way through the sort of midday crowds of the city and wind your way along the canal, along the central canal of Marenhall. And eventually see, just beyond the buildings in the distance, that gentle curl of steam that wafts up from Misthaven. And before long, you arrive. This might be another map that I gotta replace the portraits on. It's been a while. Yes, it is. I forgot about that.
I look so young in that picture.
I forgot you guys shoved the man down that well.
I
We
did.
do that.
Deserve.
Yeah.
So, eventually you arrive at the steam baths. And can make your way inside. I don't know exactly what you guys plan to do here. It's up to you. So you tell me.
I think we were coming here to ask about the Firestone thing. Cinderstone, that thing. Yeah.
And then I think also just chill out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I do
Just take
believe
a
you were
sec.
planning to chill, yeah. Very
Oh,
well.
this is the place with that very warm water. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Are you gonna be good this time, K-Gox?
Define good.
Alright. I shall pretend I know none of you when we enter.
What if I pretend that I know you like really well and that completely counteracts your plan?
Yes, exactly. What if I pretend that we're related, actually?
I see the family resemblance.
Yes, quite.
Right. Because you both have very vibrant pink hair.
I mean,
Leah does.
Yeah,
Kind
a
of.
little bit. You know,
Oh.
I prefer to think of it more as a strawberry blonde. But...
You both have pink eyes.
Yeah, you guys look like you're drawn by the same artist, too.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
very similar.
Crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
As if the
don't know
gods
why-
themselves sculpted you in the same image.
Yes, you see, Sarissa? I believe that we could be related.
I don't see any scales on you.
I could draw some. I could have a little quill.
Sarisa, you don't say to someone you can't see their scale. You can't say that.
What? What? That's not a thing.
Yes, it is.
I think it's very
Says
much.
who? No. Nuh-uh.
What if someone's scales are underneath of their clothing? You wouldn't ask them to remove their clothing. That would be indecent.
K-Gox of all people saying that. Sure, K-Gox, alright.
Alright,
Imagine
Grandpa,
not
let's get
having
back
a
to bed.
shirt.
Teresa's just gonna give everybody a look.
So you guys are just standing up front of the
Yeah.
Miss David's
Yep.
team baths, just arguing about that.
There's nothing wrong with just having a little
Yeah,
conversation.
hypothetical conversation.
Right. Just chit-chatting.
The steam baths are not super busy. You see the average person, like the occasional person, come and go. Kind of some of the regulars sort of at their midday break, but it's not like packed or anything like that. It tends to busy up around the evening.
That's good. Wait, do we have any money to get into the steam baths, guys?
I was just thinking about that.
I don't remember how much it was.
I think it was like maybe
There's no money. There's
you guys can
free
gaslight
entry.
me.
Free entry.
couple silver pieces probably.
It's free, and we're gonna regret this later.
I genuinely can't remember if we paid to get it.
It is free on Tuesdays.
You can do what you want.
I genuinely can't remember how much. Like, if we even paid. Did we pay the last time? Did we? I can't remember.
We did. I think we paid one before we went in.
I can't imagine you making it more than a gold or two per person. So it's probably like 4 gold total.
Yeah, but we're broke.
Do we have any? I have zero.
Anybody? Yeah, I also have 0.
Hold on, let me check.
Sure, it's not like a silver per person. That sounds more reasonable.
Well, you could try to talk it down. You could. You're the fake Santhina.
All right.
Can we phone a friend? Can we call
Tell them it is free on Tuesdays.
Hey, chat, tell us the price of the bathhouse.
Yeah, someone go back into the VODs and tell us the price. It was free. You can tell us. It was free.
You can tell us if it was free.
Right, that's right.
Because it definitely was free. For sure.
Well, do you make your way inside?
I guess so. Well, this is about to be very awkward, guys.
I got it, everyone. I got it.
Okay. Famous last word.
Oh, I gotta copy you guys so I can not have to drag you every time. Information. There we go. Everybody hide behind Anthena. Face.
That will be very difficult for me.
Yeah, that would not work out, but she's trying her best to be big.
Alright, so you make your way inside the Misthaven steam baths. Into the lobby, you can kind of feel that it's already warmer in here, even though there's no steam in the air in the lobby. The atmosphere is immediately a lot warmer as you enter, and you can see that the Misthaven sister that you talked to last time, the elder sister, is still behind the front desk, though her younger sister, who you met at the tavern before, is just kind of pestering her as she works. But they both kind of fall quiet as you enter, and the elder sister, Million, looks up at you and says, "Welcome here for a stay."
Yes. Just me and my 3 friends here.
Very well, that'll be a gold each.
Right, yes. Before we do that, I did have a question for you real quick, just before I forget,
Oh, very well. What was your question?
So we are actually inquiring after a cinder stone, and we heard from a couple people that you use them here in your establishment, and we were just wondering where you got them, or, if there was someplace here in town that would sell them.
Well, we have actually a supplier from outside of town. We ship them in from Urhalai.
I look at Sarisa.
Oh, really? She scampers over to the counter. Does she have to stand on her tiptoes in order to...
A little bit, yeah.
Maybe lean up. Yep.
A little bit.
She kinda gives Anthena a quick little glare for roping her into this. Then says, "My, what a coincidence, actually. I'm from Urhalai."
Oh.
Indeed.
Well, I've heard it's a beautiful city.
Oh, it is. In fact, let me introduce myself. My name is Cereza. Oh no, I forgot Cereza's intro. It's actually been so long. Guys, what did she used to say?
Something about Lady Dietra, I'm sure.
Agent of Lady Dietra, thank you.
Agent of Lady Dietra, the Flame Tender.
That's right, that's right. Thank you guys. I'm glad you guys remember that detail of my character. Thank you, thank you. Be like, my name is Cereza. I am an agent of Lady Dietra, actually.
Of the Flame Tender herself?
That's right.
I've heard quite a few stories about the Flame Tender of Urhalai, but obviously I've never been there myself. It's a little too hot in the desert for one of my ilk.
Very true. It can be rather hot in the desert, even sometimes for me. Well, I've gotten used to it over the years. And so, you said that your supplier is from Urhalai?
Well, yes. We don't really have any sort of manufacturers of cinderstones here, or enchanters, if you will, and it is draconic magic, so Urhalai is the best place to get them. We ship them all the way across the desert and make sure that we have a steady supply because, well, we need quite a bit of heat to generate all this steam. We're not short on water here in Marenholm, but the heat. Our mages use cinderstones to ensure that they don't have to constantly be casting spells, you know? It's rather exhausting, or so I've heard.
I can only imagine, yes.
And, about how often do you get these shipments?
Well, we tend to order at least a little bit in bulk, just so that we don't have to wait for a caravan to cross the desert, you know? So, they happen sort of maybe twice a year. They don't break down very often. Cinderstones tend to last a while. If you tend to them well, I suppose.
You buy them in bulk, you say. So would you have any extras, perhaps?
Yes, I imagine the mages have probably one or two extra.
Ooh. This is delightful news to hear. Actually, I can't say too much, but I am, in fact, here on business for my Lady Dietra, and we are looking to acquire a cinderstone.
On behalf of Lady Dietra? She kind of cocks her head to the side. Surely Lady Dietra has more than enough cinderstones to go around.
It is true.
She's the Flame Tender of Urhalai. I don't imagine she'd have any trouble sourcing them.
Which is true. However, when I came here, I did not bring a cinderstone with me. See, I wasn't aware that I'd need one, you see.
I see. You need one?
Indeed, I do.
Are you an alchemist?
Not an alchemist, no. No, it is for a alchemist friend of ours.
Chef? Oh, I see.
Yes.
Athena's like side-eyeing Cereza. She'll message her. She'll be like, don't say too much. I'm really not. I'm a little worried about us.
Cereza.
Dude, the detectives that investigate this heist, this break-in, they're gonna have an absolute dream of a time. This is gonna be the easiest case to solve ever. Oh, what's that? People were introducing themselves by their actual names? Oh, that's beautiful. What's that? There's a little broken cinderstone attached to this bomb that they used to break in. Oh, well, what's that? People were walking around asking for cinderstones with their real name.
Listen.
It's gonna be the shortest detective show ever.
But
10 minutes tops.
Maybe they can solve it, but they're not going to be able to find us because we're going to be so rich and have a way to flee.
You're gonna have to bank on that one, that's for sure.
Uh-oh, guys. Maybe Cereza shouldn't have been going around boasting about the fact that she works for Lady Deetra.
I feel like Lady Dietra's gonna get a visit here in the next couple months and be like,
I think
they're like,
Then,
have you seen this
you
woman?
better make sure that your value to Deatra outweighs your liability.
dude, that
Make sure
thing
she
that
covers
Cerise is
fees.
after. And I'm sure the treasure has to be worth it.
Well, then you better get it.
Oh no.
But
Guys,
anyways,
I'm nervous now.
I'm nervous as well. I don't trust this.
we should do an epilogues session where I just investigate
come on,
it
No.
It's two detectives.
with two detectives. Yeah, that'd be really funny. As a
That would be
meme, it'll be
very
non-canon, but
fun.
it'll be funny.
That would be funny.
I feel
Anyways.
like you should just bring in two other people from the server and just be like, okay, you want to play these like these detectives, and then we just watch.
That would be
all our
really
mystery.
funny.
That would actually. But anyway,
Completely
I was-
unrelated. Just have them do it.
I digress. Million says,
Teresa is gonna.
go
my
ahead,
bad,
go
sorry.
ahead. You go ahead.
I was gonna say, Teresa messaged back. She's like, "Listen, I'm just gonna say enough so that it doesn't sound like we're doing anything weird. That's all.
But we are doing something weird. We're doing something very
That
weird.
doesn't mean they need to know about it.
Absolutely not. But we'll just have to be careful.
I'll just tell them I can't give them too much details, but if we just give them enough details, they won't think we're being suspicious. Easy.
Well,
All right.
I suppose I could speak with some of our mages and see if they have a spare that we could sell to you. I suppose we usually have a little bit of a surplus just to make sure that we, if one breaks spontaneously or if something happens, an accident or an act of the gods, if you will, then we at least have a spare. But I suppose if you'd offer enough coin, they might be willing to part with it.
That would be wonderful if you could talk to them and maybe we could negotiate or discuss with them. That would be great. I promise it will be put to very good use.
Oh my god.
Sure.
Yeah,
I didn't say what use.
Just a
As it
little
blows up.
imagination cloud appears next to Anthena's head and it's just a picture of a bomb.
Really, really wonderful use, actually.
I hope she doesn't cast detect thoughts on me right now, guys.
Gonna go out with a bang.
Hey,
my
good
God.
one.
She says, well, I'll pop into the back in just a little bit and I'll have a discussion with them and we'll see if we indeed have a surplus and if they'd be willing to part with it. I usually leave the management side of that to them because they are the experts, but
Well, we'd be most grateful. Thank you very much.
alright, well, you all go and enjoy your bath and I'll go and have that discussion and when you're done we'll talk again. How's that?
Sounds good.
Sounds wonderful.
And
yes.
Teresa kind of looks at Indina.
Right. Well, so then that'll be 1 gold each if you want to.
Oh, shit! I thought you forgot. Damn it.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
hold on. Let me just. Okay, I've got. Okay. I can afford to cast a spell right now. I think. Wait. Hold
Teresa
on.
would like
What
to put
spell
1
you
gold on the counter.
Oh wait, I probably should. Yeah.
See, Ceresa's putting a gold on the counter. Ceresa's got money for herself and nobody.
Hmm.
She'll take your gold, Teresa. And then she just kind of like looks towards the others.
Okay, and Theta will very, very convincingly like reach in her many pockets and start a whole show of looking around her pockets and not being able to find what she needs. And then she'll go, "Oh my goodness, I just realized that I forgot my coin purse back in our lodgings. How
Oh, that's too
embarrassing,
bad.
truly. Yes, it really is. Is there any chance that as my dear friend Teresa here is going to enjoy the wonderful bathhouse that you have, is there any way that we could go in with her and I could come back and pay for my portion as soon as we leave? I will rush back home, grab my coin purse, come back, and, square things away.
Well, listen, I don't mean to sound like too shrewd of a businesswoman, but it's not exactly a refundable service that we give here. Like, if you were to come back and just refuse to pay, I really couldn't unbathe you.
I mean,
so there's not a lot of recompense on my end if you were to not honor said arrangement. Not really much we could do. Also, it's very hard to prove that you bathed without paying to the guards that you've committed some sort of crime, because it's not like you have an item in your possession, But I suppose if you were to leave something of value with me here, then that would ensure that you came back to get it.
Right. She'll actually check her pockets now, this time for real. Wait, hold on. Let me check my inventory.
I have an idea, guys. What if Cereza here offers her cleric services? Maybe she could offer to bless the water. That sounds pretty good.
I will go and get the coins.
Cleric.
Kagox is sweating.
No.
I will go and get the coins. And I will return.
What a kind and then she'll message Kagok. She's like, there are no coins. We have no money.
I know that. I don't want to be here.
Look, someone needs to go with Kagox. If he doesn't want to be here, someone could go with him. Look, I have an idea. Then she'll turn around to the proprietor? Is that what you call him?
Yeah.
Something?
Proprietress, I guess. I don't know.
Proprietress. Ooh. Yeah. And she'll be like, I do apologize for my companion's blunder. If I could offer my services, you see. I am a cleric under the, how do you say it again, guys? Oh my god, I'm forgetting everything about my character. I'm gonna write it. She's like,
you're not
the heat is getting to you.
To the Church of Fortuna.
What was that, Grid?
Fortuna?
Yeah, Fortuna, but how would I say that?
Well, you're just a cleric of Fortuna.
Oh. Okay, cool. I am a cleric of Fortuna, actually. I could maybe bless the waters for you, if that's something that you would appreciate.
Oh, I don't know that we've ever gotten that offer before. Well, I suppose that would probably be something I have to speak with the mages about as well, because, well, the water's enchanted. So I don't want to interfere with any of that process, and I'm not entirely certain if it would. So I suppose I ought to ask them first.
Oh, but of course, I wouldn't want to cause any problems, after all. I just thought that maybe, she looks at Kagox again. Maybe it could... He's
laying on the floor. He's laying on the floor.
Well, it looks like maybe one of my companions...
Right?
He might be, well, you see, he's got a lot of fur on him, so he might not actually be enjoying the bathhouse, which I do apologize for that. I'm sure you understand. Maybe at least, if I could offer my services, and one of my companions could be allowed to enter this fine establishment.
Listen, do you all just not have enough money? This is an awful roundabout.
Athena looks at her aghast. She's like, she's about to put on a whole performance, then she'll just be like, Not really,
Wait.
no. We did. I promise that we did. And we visited here before. I don't know if you remember us, but we
I
did
remember
actually
you.
pay. Yes, exactly. And we will have some funds. It's just we had to pay. It was a whole thing this morning, and I'm afraid we have had a very long day.
I remember them as well, sis, says Aurora. Actually, I was the one who recommended they come up here. I met them down at in the wash. Million kind of side-eyes you guys.
Oh no.
The knife's edge, Aurora? And Aurora just happily, brightly nods. Million kind of frowns. I thought I told you to stop hanging out at that dive bar, Aurora. It's not safe. And Aurora just goes, oh, come on, sis. It's not that bad. Million just kind of, like, holds up both hands and just, I don't want to deal with this right now, and turns back towards you guys and goes, apologies for that. Where were we?
I was offering to bless the bathwater since we're a bit strapped on funds right now.
Right. Well, tell you what, I'll go back and talk to the mages and see if that's something that they would desire to have happen to the water or not. And I can ask them about your Cinderstone as well while I'm back there. If you just wait in the lobby, Aurora here will pour you some tea. She kind of shoots a glare at Aurora. And I'll be back before you know it. All right?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
She gets up from her desk and makes her way back towards the steam baths. And Aurora just sort of sits down in the chair, kind of reclines a little bit comfortably. Tea's right here if you want it. She just points at the teapot.
Oh, I love her.
Can't even be asked to pour it herself. I love it.
Would Cerise's height cause her to have a little trouble pouring the tea herself?
Probably a little bit.
Alright, cool. Cerise struggles to pour herself tea as she has to be on her tippy toes.
Yeah, you kind of have to hold the teapot above your head a little bit as you pour it. It's very precarious.
This is so dangerous.
Aurora just kind of chuckles and watches you. She's got her feet up on the desk.
This diva. Keglox, do you want some tea? Some piping hot tea? That sounds exactly what you need.
Oh, you're torturing him now.
I thought we were friends. You're all demons.
I'm sorry, Keglox, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
It's really not that hot.
And Kegox is pawing at the door like a dog that needs to go out.
Oh no.
That door is not locked, you can just leave.
And don't worry about him, he's struggling a little bit.
I am a little bit worried. It's probably not good for business if someone dies on the premises.
Good point. Does anyone want to step outside with Kgox while we wait?
Yeah, I'll step outside.
They
I'll crack the
clearly,
door open for Giggles.
As soon as you hold the door
Crawls
open,
out.
he's army crawls out. And then collapses on the cold stone outside. Because it's not steamy and hot in here.
Yeah, outside you get the sea breeze and it cools you down quite a bit.
Thank you.
Back inside, Anthena, Cerisa, you guys just waiting for Million to come back, or are you gonna...
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Cerise is enjoying some tea.
Ooh, yeah. She's gonna take a teacup over, sit on the couch. Well, this sucks. Not the tea, our situation, I mean. The tea is delightful.
What kind of tea is it, Gran?
It's actually sort of like a bit of a unique tea. It is a hot tea, but it's mint, and so as you drink it, it actually has this weird kind of like warming and cooling sensation at the same time.
Enoch's gonna get in here. See, I told you, it would be good. It would cool him.
It's sort of a pleasant warmth and sort of a pleasant cool at the same time.
Nice. Well, hopefully they don't kick us out or anything. I did try my best, I'll say.
Yes. It also, I mean, it's... I suppose we really should not be spending the little gold that we do have on frivolities like steam houses and such, but I don't know. Thought maybe we could all use a bit of relaxation just before this evening.
Yeah.
So if you guys are just going to wait until Million comes back.
Yeah,
Aurora
unless
is
we're
just-
gonna have a deep conversation about something.
Aurora's
No?
just filing her nails, feet up on the desk.
Oh my gosh.
And
So queen.
eventually you do see that door open again. And Million comes out. And she walks up to Aurora and goes, I thought I told you never to put your feet on my desk. And Aurora just goes, oh, relax, sis. And she kind of dusts off the desk. And then there's an awkward pause as Million waits for Aurora to get up out of the seat, and Aurora doesn't want to. It lasts for about like maybe 20 seconds. It's really awkward in the room.
Athena clears her throat.
And then Aurora just kind of rolls her eyes and goes, oh, all right, drama queen. And gets up. Million sits
I
back
wanna
down
stop-
and waves you guys over.
I want a mockumentary, like, office drama about the Misthaven bathhouse featuring these two sisters.
I agree.
Right, so, I spoke with the mages. They do have a surplus cinderstone, and would be willing to part with it, but actually not for gold. It's complicated. They're actually having a bit of an issue back there. And strangely, they actually said they could use your services, Sarisa.
Really?
I won't pretend to
You know what?
understand it. They can surely explain it better.
Would it be alright if we went back there and talked to them?
I suppose so.
I do promise we won't cause any trouble.
Yes, also, we will be watching, so don't just go back there and sit in the baths for an hour.
You have my word.
Fine. We would never. If someone needs our assistance, we'd be more than happy to help. One of us should tell the other two.
I got it.
Okay.
Athena will very quickly shuffle over to the door. She'll like peek her head out at a still melting Kagox, and she'll be like, okay, so we need to help the mages back there with something. I don't know what exactly, but they said that they'd maybe give us the Cinderstone if we could help. So you all are welcome to join. I don't know what it is, but Leah, you know, we might need someone magically inclined.
Fair enough. Kagox, can you withstand the heat a little bit, or?
Kagox stands up and tries to appear as strong as he's ever been through likely pounds of sweaty fur. If it will help you all relax, I suppose. And then he shakes his head. You want to boil yourselves? Okay. and he stands up and he'll go in if they need him to.
Alright. So, you all join Sarisa back at the desk, and Million says, Aurora, will you show them to the boiler room? And Aurora folds her arms and goes, alright, fine. And Millian says, "Oh, but do please still change out of your things into robes. I don't want you to stomp all over and pollute the clean bath environment. So please do change. You can bring your things with you if you need them, but just don't traipse through the bath with your boots and gauntlets on, please."
Oh, of course. And thank you for the tea. Cereza goes up on her tiptoes and puts the teacup back down.
Aurora just goes, "All right, this way then. Men's change rooms that way." And she just kind of looks at Kagos and goes, "We'll meet you on the far side."
Ugh. And he like slowly walks and goes through. Oh my gosh.
Poor Kagox.
Yeah, it's even hotter in these rooms as you move through.
As soon as he hits the room and he like delayers immediately. He doesn't even think twice. He just sheds everything and then just drags himself back out the other way.
I forget. Is like the smallest size still pretty big on Cereza?
Yeah, I think we said that last time, that the smallest size of robe still kind of drags along the ground a little bit.
Could they not have something in my size? Ugh.
Aurora does not make any attempt to change. She just kicks her boots off into the corner.
Oh my god.
Oh, could we just do that?
If you want to. Aurora's not going to enforce the rule.
Well, since we're not taking a bath, I'm just gonna take my shoes off too.
So Cereza just takes her shoes off, keeps the rest of her gear on.
Athena's putting on a robe.
Alright, so yeah, you spend some time changing. You can bring your stuff with you if you want. You don't have to like leave like your weapons and stuff in a locker. You can take your stuff with you if you need like your spell focus to potentially cast a spell and everything. It's just that they don't want you yet walking through in your muddy boots.
Yeah.
Actually, this is an interesting question. Does Athena wear shoes? Probably not, right? Like
probably not. Yeah.
So, wait, what the shit? Or it's just her hooves that are muddy then.
They would have like buckets of water here to
wash.
Oh,
okay. I see.
You know, they're well aware that not everybody wears shoes.
This is anti-wolf person propaganda.
Alright. So, you all make your way back into the steam baths. You can see... probably have to delete old use.
Old art jump scare.
There.
Okay, guys. Here. Aurora. So Aurora's kind of waiting here so that Kagok, you can see where she went. She's just leaning against the wall. As you guys make your way out. There's more tea in here if you want any. And you just see some of the regulars kind of relaxing in the baths. You're not here. Go away. She's busy.
She's got stuff to do.
Can't always let Elspeth just be chilling, not doing anything. She has to do something some point. Every appearance, she's just been wasting time. Avogadro Candle Tree hates her, man. She never does any work.
She's just hanging out at the bath. Ridiculous. Such a slacker.
Absolute worst Candle Tree scholar. So once you've caught up with Aurora, she kind of waves you guys across and weaves her way through the bath house into towards this back door here. You guys saw this kind of heavy iron door on your way in last time, but never saw anybody go in. And Aurora just pulls a key from her pouch and makes her way inside. And just sort of gestures over her shoulder for you guys to follow.
Ooh.
All right. So you make your way into what is probably the most sweltering room in the whole bathhouse. You thought it was hot in the steam bus. It is like another wave of heat when you walk in here.
Yeah, Kegox, he's not even wearing a ring. He's full naked.
Oh my god, he's naked.
He's naked.
Yeah.
Everything.
Steam censorship, like anime style Steam censorship.
Yuri on ice.
Yeah.
Victor shows up.
So you all make your way into the back room. You find yourself in a tight little corridor where there's a bunch of crates and supplies all kind of lining the walls. But Aurora just keeps walking down the hallway and enters a room at the end. So if you wish to follow. Then, as you enter that room after Aurora, you find that you're in a strangely lush room. There's a lot of greenery in this chamber, which you might not have been expecting. They have a large grate in the center of the floor that just seems to pour all the runoff water down in through it. But beyond it, there's this almost like natural looking waterfall that just gives off this absolute torrent of steam at all times. And off to the left and right, you can see these massive iron pipes that just seem to be pumping water in through these twin machines. They look kind of similar to the one that you would have seen at the brewery, sort of performing a similar service of superheating water. But they're, modified. They're its own unique design. And they just give off this almighty glow as you look at them, almost kind of too hot to even get close to, as these twin furnaces just kind of churn up steam. But bustling about through the room, you can see two women who kind of really only give you a passing glance as you enter. They see Aurora first and kind of just assume that they're going to get lectured on something, and just kind of keep moving, but they pay a little bit of attention as they move about. And Aurora says, what was it again? Something about Cinderstones and you needing help with something? I don't know. Sis was dealing with it. She was just back here. You talk to them. And she just moves out of the way.
Ew.
She just leans against the wall. She leans.
It's classic emote. That's the Thancred Waters core. Anyway, Anthena will kind of walk up and be like, hi. My name's Anthena. These are my three friends. And we heard that you... actually, let me start from the beginning. We're in the market for a Cinderstone, and we were told that you might have an excess one available if we were able to help you.
Oh, right. Well, I'm Thessa. This one, the elf is talking to you. I'm Thessa, and this is Celeste. We're the Steam Mages. I suppose that's our title. Million was just back here. She said you were looking for a Cinderstone. We do have a surplus. She's kind of just like running through it very like matter-of-factly, almost like counting it off her fingers as she goes. We do have a surplus. We are in a little bit of a crisis right now. If you wouldn't mind helping with that, we could just let you have that Cinderstone.
That would be wonderful. What kind of crisis?
They're still sort of bustling about. You can see them kind of carrying different components. Some of them, sometimes they'll stop and they'll tinker with a part on the machine and sort of pull at it with a wrench, and then they'll move back to casting a spell over here on the fountain. They just sort of move back and forth between like engineering and the arcane, just constantly left and right. But as you ask that, Thessa finally stops and says, she wipes sweat off her forehead. Well, it's really complicated. In fact, it was even before I took over here. For a really long time, the steam baths have had a sort of problem. It really only arises every once in a while. And most of the time we manage to just sort of make do, but it's really bad this time, and I'm not sure why. Some sort of surge has happened. She's sort of like operating on the fact that like she knows what's going on, but she's like not talking to you at all. Like you understand what's going on. She's like dealing with the problem in her mind as she's talking to you, and so you're gonna have to ask some questions.
Got it. Let's see. I do have detect thoughts, but I think she'll just tell us. Right, okay, a surge of what kind? What?
Right, sorry. Okay. So, the steam baths, usually they run fine. Every once in a while, there's a sort of surge of some sort of magic. Not entirely sure what it is. We never really can quite get a read on it. But it really only happens every once in a while. Now, the person I took over for, she claimed that how long ago was it? It had to be like at least 100 years. There was some visitor to the bath. They were looking for something, and they brought something awful with them. Some sort of infernal aura. Supposedly that's lingered here in the enchantments of the bath in our fountain here. I can't really explain it, but every once in a while it gets worse. This time, I don't know. It's gotten a lot worse this time. Something must have happened. I don't know quite what's going on. I really haven't left this room in a long time. But something must have made it worse, because right now the fountain is absolutely out of control.
Right. Okay. Is it originating in this room, or is it coming from somewhere else? Or where would be the best place to kind of get a look at it?
Sarisa, make a religion check. But Thessa says, well, it seems to be a problem with the fountain. The Cinderstones themselves and the arcane engines that we use to superheat the water, that seems to be fine. But it's the fountain itself, some sort of lingering curse or something like that. Really, again, I was not around back then. So I've sort of inherited this problem. It wasn't usually this bad, though. I really don't know what's going on.
Can I use my inspiration to make that not suck?
Yeah, go for it.
Booyah, boop.
Yeah, you can use your inspiration to reroll anything.
Booyah.
And guidance yourself.
Yeah,
and guidance, that's right.
Guidance. 19's still pretty good, but you might as well roll guidance.
It's right, because why not?
Yeah.
All right, with a 21, Sarisa, you get sort of two feelings at the same time. One, though back in the baths you smelled sort of this mix of all these perfumes and lovely scents, everything that's been mixed into the baths, and it kind of is almost like a very powerful scent. But once you get back here, there's something else that's kind of sticking out, and it was nagging at you when you entered. There was something kind of mixed in here. At first, maybe you thought it was smoke. Something kind of on fire or something back here. But as you got a little closer and Thessa started to explain the problem, you've smelled this before. It's brimstone.
Ah, dang it.
And you know where you smelled this before.
Can you remind me where I smelled this before?
It was in the genie's prison. Right before you were attacked by infernal creatures.
Knew that damn 100 years was...
Oh my god,
Yeah.
you make a connection.
Yeah. I was like, shit.
So Sarisa, who had taken another cup of tea, sips it and says,
Yeah, it smells like brimstone in here. It's not a pleasant smell, really. So you do got something going on.
Sarisa whispered to Athena,
Do I have to be involved? What if it's another scary thing?
It's not a scary thing, we'll just fight it. But Sarisa, I don't have the holy ability to deal with stuff like this. And I don't think Leah does either. It's gonna have to be you. Unless you want me to just convert to Fortuna right now and she'll somehow grant me magic, but I don't think that that's going to happen in an expedited fashion.
Will you convert to the Church of Fortuna? If I do this, will you convert?
It is too hot to debate religion.
I'm trying to do something here. So if I do this.
Yes, so if you do this and help us get us into stone, then yes, I will convert.
Nice. Hold my tea.
She does.
Cereza steps forward. Nice. Another one for Lady Fortuna. Alright, so what am I doing?
You're the priest, was it, that Million mentioned?
That's right. That's me.
Right, well, the rumors that we had passed down were that it was something infernal, some sort of curse, so I suppose if you want to take a look at the fountain...
Okay.
It's sort of taking everything we've got here to stop the boilers from overheating, so if you could take a look at the fountain while and she sprints across the room and immediately starts rapidly turning this valve, and you see this like hiss and almost like a whistle as a bunch of steam is let off, and then she sprints back to you. Right, the fountain's just over here. Could you just have a look then?
Right away. Cereza turns around to the others. If something jumps out at me, you better come save me, or I swear I'm gonna bite all of you. Just want to let you know. Okay. She starts scampering over to the fountain.
Cereza, you walk past this grate, and the runoff from the fountain, kind of the little bit that doesn't get turned into steam successfully by the boilers, is poured down this very long chasm. It seems to go like very far under the city.
Ooh. Cereza take a peek down there. She kind of like starts looking down into it.
You got dark vision? I think you do, right?
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I have dark vision. What can I see with my special eyes?
Make a quick investigation. You wouldn't see anything if you didn't have dark vision. It'd just be pure black, but you can make an investigation quick.
Oh, so my investigation's -1.
Can guidance it as well. Anybody with dark vision who walks past that can make the same check, but you're the only one doing it, so.
That's a 10, I think. Unless I'm bad at math.
You can't quite see the bottom. It just looks like sort of like a stone, sort of like almost cylinder chasm. Like it's not like a square hole. It sort of turns into a stone cylindrical, almost like a pipe meadow stone as it goes down. But you really can't see the bottom. And with a 10, you can't make much conclusions off of that.
Dang.
Is there anything spooky down there? Is there a ghost?
You don't see any ghosts. You don't really see anything spooky other than it's just pretty dark down there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just that and the sound of the water kind of splashing off the walls as it falls.
Dang. I wish my investigation didn't suck.
I'm trying to check. I don't think I have dark vision, or I would help you.
I think Leah's the only one.
Yeah, I think you don't have it.
I think Leah's the only other one with dark vision.
Believe so.
In the other campaign I play an elf, and I have dark vision, but I don't have it here. Nerfed.
Sounds like
Leah, are you taking a look, or?
Yeah, maybe can Cereza
I'll take
wave her
down and say, "Hey, Leah, see if you can see anything spooky down there."
What do your elf eyes see, Leah?
Look with your special eyes.
Oh,
My bread! My bread!
Cereza's high five guidance.
Oh yes, high five.
Same check plus guidance, Leah. But Cereza, you make your way over to the fountain.
Wait, what am I rolling?
Investigation.
Investigation?
Oh wait, was investigate? Okay, no, I thought I mixed them up. All good.
You can guidance as well.
Why did it roll twice?
We'll take the first one, but...
Okay. Then what? How do I add guidance again?
Just a D4.
That's
D4 and we'll add it.
+2. So 18.
With an 18, you look down, you see kind of the same thing Cereza saw, because it does drop further than your reach of vision. So you see that sort of black, just sort of pipe that leads all the way down and the water splashing down it. But you potentially benefited by the fact that you spent time in this city more so than anybody else. You realize that this runoff is actually running to the sewer system. So they're sort of recycling seawater to make this, is the conclusion you come to.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Write that down. Into the sewers, you say.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else I noticed?
Not much beyond that. It's just a stone kind of pipe that leads straight down.
All right.
And clearly further than the 60 feet or so that you can see.
Okay.
So, Sarisa, you make your way over to the fountain.
Yeah.
You get the sense that this fountain is sort of like running itself, but you've seen a lot of fountains that run themselves in this city, so it's not unusual. It kind of churns up water from seemingly nowhere, and then cascades it down through that grate in the floor. And when you just glance at the fountain, you don't really see anything off about it, other than the fact that it's running itself and churning up lots of steam. But as you kind of linger around, you do get the sense that there is that same kind of shiver down your spine that you've gotten a few times back in Yuna's prison, when you were breaking into the manager's house and the alarm was set off. You get that same sort of shiver. Potentially even that same little shiver that you got when you entered the Diabolist as well.
Oh. Teresa just lets out a little, oh, no.
Clearly there's something kind of lingering here. It's not a very, like, powerful essence or aura. It's just kind of like this lingering something.
Ooh. Huh.
What would you like to do?
Teresa will go over to and try maybe like shout to the others and say, yeah, there's something off about the fountain for sure. Some sort of lingering or something. Maybe I could try to bless it?
Hang on, I'm looking at your spells.
I should do that too, actually.
Might be good.
Everybody looking at everybody else's character sheet.
Yeah, it could bless the water. It could cast your spiritual weapon in the water. Just trying to think of like things that have like the holy.
Stir the water.
Yeah, just
with your
throw my
spectral
holy
spoon.
pizza.
Yeah, literally.
Holy pizza cutter in there.
Channel divinity.
What's that do? Oh man.
Well, I mean, yours does invoke duplicity, but that's not really gonna help.
Oh,
Let's
that's
see.
true.
Oh, turn undead. No, that's not gonna help.
I mean, I could probably maybe. Would detect magic do anything?
I do, in the past, I have like sort of home ruled that you can use your channel divinity for a like described purpose, because it is just you invoking your god, right? So if you give me like a described kind of RP purpose for using your channel divinity, I do allow you to like use that resource, like check off that box. In exchange for doing something else. You know, we've had people try to exorcise a demon or do whatever, you know, all sorts of different things. Things that aren't like expressly stated by spells that you could have picked up. Things that are a little more like vague or not included in the rules. I do allow you to sort of like interpret your channel divinity like that if it's something that you feel like your deity could accomplish.
That's something Fortuna could accomplish?
Well, that's really up to your interpretation. All you have to do is make it convincing to me. That's what I'm saying.
Ooh, okay. Can I like investigate this aura? Like try to like
Yeah, religion, arcana, just flat investigation, since this is sort of an area of expertise for you and something you've seen before. I will allow just a general investigation, but religion and arcana would typically be your better choices for something like
Yes,
this.
because my
Especially for you.
investigation sucks. So I'm probably gonna do like a religion. See, like, just try to figure out what it really is before I start messing with it.
If you want, your allies have also seen infernal stuff before, so if you want to have them help you, please feel free.
Yes, please.
I'll have to
My
do everything
role was garbage. I would like to phone a friend.
Typically, we would have them help you before you roll, but
Oh, whoops! Ah! My bad.
we were talking about it right when it happened, so I don't mind just letting you.
Oh, okay.
Letting somebody help.
Okay. Do I have to like ask, or
Yeah, in character, you might as well ask.
yeah, maybe Teresa will wave Leah down and say,
Hey, can you come here for a second?
What's up?
There's something definitely going on with this fountain here. I'm trying to, I guess, pinpoint it. Because there's something definitely off. Something definitely infernal.
I'll also, can I guidance myself now as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Roll guidance.
My rolls are butts! Ugh.
Okay, so that was like a what? An 11?
An 11 unless Leah's gonna help.
I will assist.
All right. You can just make an Arcana check of your own, Leah, or you can let Ceresa reroll that.
I have a
religion if you want.
+5, so
It's up to you, but the
Up to-
Arcana will be unaided since Ceresa's already done something.
yeah.
So if you have faith in your own Arcana, you can just make a check for yourself and tell Ceresa you're helping her. But if you'd rather just help Ceresa, you can let Ceresa reroll, but it's up to you.
Well, I have like I said, I have a +5 to Arcana, so I could, but also it's up to you, Ceresa.
Well,
What's Leah gonna do?
Truly, it is up to you. It's in Leah's hands right now. Leah's been asked for aid, so you could try to approach it from Ceresa's religion background, or you could just go, no, I'm going to look at the magic. It's really up to you.
No pressure or anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for Arcana.
Ceresa will remember
yeah.
that.
Well, truly, you don't have any way of knowing. She's just looking at a thing, so you truly don't know exactly what she's analyzing in her brain, so...
Alright. I rolled a 21. So.
Alright.
Dang it. I wish I could have rolled a 21.
With a 21, you estimate that this is probably some sort of lingering curse. This isn't something that's been cast. You've seen something that's been like very deliberately cast a couple times now. In terms of infernal magic, you've seen the contract that was obviously sort of enchanted with that infernal magic. You've seen the alarm circle on the floor that summoned things. And so this is less of an intentional sort of like placed curse and more of just like an accidental lingering infection almost.
Intriguing. I will relay this to Ceresa.
But with your Arcana, rather than your religion, you estimate that the reason why it keeps getting so bad is because there's so much like latent arcane energy in the air here. They're using magic items just kind of 24/7 here, and they're also casting their own magic. And so whatever is sort of infecting here has lingered and been fed because it's just a magical environment. It's just sort of eating that. But it is, as they said, a lot worse than it usually is. So something must have made it get a lot worse than their usual day-to-day magic.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I will tell Ceresa that. And just be like, yeah, well, I'm not exactly sure what is the cause, like the root of said curse, but yeah, something must have happened to have fed it this much.
And it's suddenly gotten worse? But from what you're saying, it's been technically been feeding off of all the magic stuff going around. But why did it suddenly get worse?
Something to do with this too?
As Tessa's bustling by you as you say that out loud, Sarisa, she pauses for a second to go, what's the time frame? When did it start escalating?
Yes, when did it start?
It was a couple days ago, I think. I'm not entirely sure, and it's a little bit vague in general as to when it truly got worse. But I would say it's building since a few days. I'm not really sure why, though.
Did
I
a
don't
customer...
I don't remember the exact timing, but the time frame she gives you. I'm being generous here because I don't know the exact time frame, and I don't think you guys either.
Thank you.
So I'm being generous in helping you, but she gives you a time frame, and that time frame aligns with when you guys entered Yuna's prison.
Oh no! Shit! I thought it was inconsequential!
I know! We should have seen this coming, guys. Of course it's gonna be connected.
Dog, my narrative foil's causing problems. I'm so sorry.
Does Sarisa make this connection?
That's really up to you. It does align, so if you feel Sarisa would piece that together, that's up to you. But if you want Sarisa to be a little bit of a dummy, that's on you as well. Your choice.
How dummy do I want Sarisa to be?
You're thinking about this really hard.
I really am. Right? Maybe not too dummy. I think maybe Sarisa would probably, if she thunk really hard about it. It's like infernal stuff. When did the last time we deal with infernal stuff? She's kind of thinking about it. It's like, oh. In her mind, she's not saying this out loud. Oh, when we broke into that house. And then it was like a couple days ago, we went into the... No. Teresa looks like she's thinking about something really hard. She's like rubbing her chin with her hands and stuff.
Teresa, what is it? What are you thinking of?
I'm wondering...
She slowly holds up her hand. Little message symbol.
Ah, yes, of course, I'll cast message. Of course.
It's like, well... Tessa here said that this started getting worse a couple days ago, and this is all dealing with infernal stuff. I'm not sure, but a couple days ago, didn't we deal with a certain incident with infernal things? With Yuna?
Yeah, which incident? Oh.
Yes, we did have a couple.
Yeah.
Specifically with Yuna.
Yeah, I would say that's about the same time frame. It seems odd to be connected like this, but at the same time...
Right? It's like, I guess... I don't know how they really be connected, but if it happened a few days ago after we entered that weird Orby thing...
Specific?
Just doesn't remember what it's called.
Yeah, the orb thing. So true.
Right? Sarisa not that smart. She can make some connections in her head, though. She like remember names. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
She's like, I wonder if there's any kind of, just any connection between the two.
I mean, if it's the same time frame, and it smells like brimstone, it could be. But how are they connected, though?
But how? Yes, exactly.
Cerise's gonna stop messaging Lee and turn to Thessa and say,
I don't mean to bother you since you two are struggling right now, but when did you say all of this started, like this curse?
Oh, well, again, I wasn't around back then. It's well before my time, but it's sort of like an old, like, wives' tale, sort of. It's just kind of chalked up to sort of rumor, you know? We don't really take it seriously, but everybody who works here, and when you move on, you pass the story down to the new hires. It's just kind of like an old myth, I guess, of working here, that sometimes the boilers break down, and you know, you blame it on the old curse.
Oh.
But it's something like 100 or so years ago, some sort of time frame like that. Again, it's all quite vague. The story goes that some knight, I think, visited. He was asking around for something. What was it? It was a balm to help burns or something like that. And I think
A balm? What was? Do you know his name? By chance?
not an explosive, a balm to help with
A
burns.
balm. Yes, yes. Do you know what the knight's name was?
Oh, started with an A. August something?
Was it Augustus, right? I'm asking Gran real quick. Augustus? Oh, yes. Good job, me. Teresa will, with like a bit of wide eyes, ask,
Was his name by chance just, I don't know, maybe Augustus?
I think so. We always just call him the knight. We don't really... Again, we really didn't believe in this, though now your interest in this is starting to make me worry. I always just chalked it up to wear and tear on the boiler machines. Every once in a while they get bad and we, you know, work harder to fix them up, and then it subsides for a while. But now I'm starting to worry. You're saying there's truth to the old story?
Teresa kind of looks at Leah.
And Peter kind of walks up, interrupting you two, like, acting weird, and she's like, "Are you saying in the old tale it said that the knight brought the curse here?"
Something like that. He was a cursed knight or had some sort of infernal energy on him or something lingering, and it infected the water, and that's why it goes wrong. Again, it's just engineering superstition. Like, you know, when something breaks, you blame it on the gremlins, but there's not actually gremlins here.
Wow.
She gives you a worried look. There's not actually gremlins here, right?
Not gremlins.
No.
Gremlins.
Smile.
It's definitely not gremlins.
No, not gremlins.
Not that.
Then what exactly are we dealing with?
Those boiler isn't all screwy, is it? She kind of points at the boiler.
She wipes a bunch of sweat off her forehead and kind of fans herself with her own tunic, and then you're right, and immediately realizes that she needs to go and start cranking this valve, and there's another whistle, and she lets off another blast of steam.
Teresa wiggles her hand in the little message symbol at Leah.
Leah will message her again.
Well,
It's definitely connected.
it's definitely connected, yes.
Definitely connected. Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh no. But why though? What infernal energy on that Augustus?
Yeah, but I don't think he did it on purpose.
I wouldn't think so.
It's not.
It's not like we can ask the guy who was freaking 100 years ago.
Yeah, he'd be dead. Come on. Come back to
You
life.
can't talk to the dead, right, Leah?
Yeah, there's no spell for that.
Not yet.
Perhaps if she levels up, maybe.
Did she actually say not yet?
Yeah, she does.
So he's just gonna like give her a look like, wait, what? I won't ask. Anyway, so they are connected. Which is
which is weird, but the thing is it's like the magic is, it's not like it was cast on here on purpose, you know?
Right.
It's not like a purposeful thing, so I don't know.
I don't know either, honestly.
Hmm. Well, I give up.
Let's just leave.
Yeah.
Sounds like a problem for these guys. We'll solve it.
Yeah, sorry guys. I don't think I can
We'll just go steal the brewery Cinestone after all. That's much easier.
We can't rob a small business.
Yeah, we have to rob the small business, unfortunately. Sorry guys. I'm too stupid for this.
You guys are just
Oh, he doesn't-
elsewhere in the city, and there's just an explosion in the distance as the boilers overheat.
oh god.
Like, well, it just kind of makes more questions, I suppose, but nothing we can really solve.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have the details on. I don't know. There's things that we're missing. There's information that we're missing.
I guess the most important question is if I can fix this. Oh God. Oh Fortuna,
And she kind of looks at the fountain.
I might be able to fix this. I could probably try to. I could try to exercise or perform an exorcism.
Yeah, I think you should definitely exercise the water. I think that'll work.
Teresa's gonna just glare at Leah.
I don't think there's anything to like. There's not like a malignant like thing. It's just like lingering. I don't know if it would. It's like it's not like there's a curse that's been placed on it on purpose. So like there's nothing to kick out. I mean, maybe there is,
Well, that's not
but
entirely true.
well, yeah. Leah and I am thinking at the same time. There's definitely something happening, but Leah's just kind of staring at the water. Like,
yeah, when I said that it's not something that's been placed intentionally, I mean that like you don't see like etched in runes into the stones and stuff. You don't see
so
like
there's
someone not like smeared their blood and spelled like runic infernal lettering and stuff like.
But there's still definitely
nobody sat here and tried to curse this. It just somehow got infected. More so.
got infected.
Yeah, more
Which
of a
is kind of-
transmitted disease sort of analogy than like a specific like injection of something.
Yeah, like somebody injecting you with like the flu or something. Actually, I do have a question. This is slightly unrelated, but my question is that when we were talking to the big eyeball guy, he mentioned something about like the some weird shit happening. The details that are really fuzzy on, but he mentioned the sewers, right? I'm not crazy. That was mentioned.
Belshazzar?
Yeah.
I don't know if he did.
Because somebody mentioned something fucky happening in the sewers at some point in time, and I cannot for the life of me remember
I do know
who
that
said
I
it.
can tell you that there was one mention of the sewers, yes, but I don't know if he also mentioned it.
Okay,
I believe
thought
my
it was
instinct says that
him.
he didn't, but he may have. If it doesn't say so in his notes that you guys read, then it's probably a no.
Yeah, okay, well,
I haven't
we
reread
have
those notes in a while, but you can quickly scan through them. But I will tell you the one thing you did connect to the sewers. if you want. I can
What?
go back through that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
what
thing
was
that's
that?
connected to the sewers was the arcane cascade in Evermore Bank.
Right, and we
they
need to
have-
go through the sewers to get into
Yeah,
the,
they have a sort of waterfall that you walk through, and it not only sort of dispels all enchantments that are currently on that person, but it also stops them from casting spells for a while as well. So you guys determined that you would need to potentially shut that off to be able to get to the vault that you want to blow open. And you were told by your contact on the inside of the bank that she believes the valve for the flow of water, because if you can't stop the magic part of it, you can at least stop the water from flowing. So she said that she believes that they source the water from the sewers, because they just churn it up from seawater and recycle it back down into the sewers.
Yeah.
So that was where you heard about the sewers before. I don't think Belshazzar mentioned it, but
Okay, no, I just
could be
reread
wrong.
his notes and he didn't.
okay.
Okay.
He didn't mention
I don't
it.
believe he did, but we'll use that as confirmation that he didn't.
Okay.
If he
So my
did, it was
question-
only in passing and it wasn't related to this.
Okay.
Okay.
So my question, and there is definitely some sort of funky curse on this fountain. Is it the fountain, right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be necessarily a problem with the boilers themselves. Now they're fine-tuning the boilers to sort of like compensate for the problem. Everything keeps getting hotter, and they're sort of like fine-tuning the boilers to keep adjusting for that excess kind of swelling of heat. But it can't last forever. Something's gonna blow at some point.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
If it keeps getting worse and worse, as they seem to say it has across the past few days.
Okay, cool. So Cerise's gonna, like, kind of put her hands on her hips, like, kind of be looking at the fountain. And she's not messaging this, but she says,
Yeah, I could either try to bless the water or try to perform some sort of exorcism. That's what I could do. Yeah. And nothing will go wrong.
she makes a quick prayer to Fortuna that nothing goes wrong.
No?
Yep. Nothing will happen. Nothing bad will happen.
He's like,
Please, oh Lady Fortuna, do not let anything jump out at me from this fountain. So I guess now, when I perform an exorcism, would Cerisa perform an exorcism, or would she try to bless, or both? She could do both.
Yeah, you could channel your divinity if you want to do something particular but I do allow bless as well for a general, like, trying to get rid of infernal magic.
Ooh,
Because
Yeah,
bless
I
typically tends to have really only like a combat function. Most people tend to only use it in
Okay.
combat, so I like to allow people to use it in RP too. So I don't see why blessing things or other people and using them for other purposes wouldn't be a useful thing to do. So if you want to try to
Ooh, yeah.
bless the water, that would be reasonable.
alright. That sounds good.
I will
do
say there is a
have- yeah.
whole other spell for turning water into holy water.
And I
but-
don't have that?
But also, this is like a fountain that's constantly churning and it's churning up seawater from the massive ocean. So, blessing the entire like water supply is not feasible. So, probably not the avenue you wanted to go down anyway.
No,
Unless you plan
probably
on
not.
blessing the entire Marin Sea.
Bless the whole ocean.
Heck yeah, bless the whole ocean. Bless!
Do it. Bless ye, and the fish get blessed, and the squids get blessed, and the monsters get blessed. Everybody gets a blessing.
That's right.
Yep. Yep.
But it does
Yeah,
seem to
no,
be obviously lingering on this fountain. So, if you want to try to bless the fountain, that's reasonable.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I could like bless the fountain, not like the water itself. I was
Yeah, go
thinking the fountain.
Yeah, you can
Alright,
go for
so
that. There's not really any
Teresa-
rolls you need to make because you're blessing an inanimate object.
alright, so Cerisa rolls her shoulder, rolls her head, kind of stretching a little bit before she goes to do this. She's like,
Alright. I shall bless this fountain and everything will be fine.
I'm sure. And she holds her hands up And she starts blessing that fountain.
All right. So yeah, you hold your hands up and kind of touch them to these warm stones, and you begin to just channel every ounce of divinity that you have in you into this fountain. From your fingertips, you can get this feeling that whatever's lingering on the fountain is trying to fight back against that. It's resisting. And before, where you felt, you and Leah felt that sort of just kind of lingering, vague infernal aura, it starts to kind of like concentrate around your hands as if it's trying to like actively repel you now. As it clearly has recognized a sort of divine threat and is now just kind of churning everything it's got into repelling that. So you can make a contested religion here. But as this is occurring, you actually see all around there's another kind of loud whistle from both boilers at the same time, Sarisa, which shouldn't have happened. The two wouldn't have turned their valves at the same time. And in fact, they both look at each other. Thessa and Celeste look at each other, and they didn't touch anything on the boilers. And the air around you begins to like just tangibly get hotter and hotter. Everybody in the room can feel it. The sort of small orange glow from the boilers has erupted into this bright blast of light. And the fountain in front of you that was once churning up just this sort of almost sparkling white steam has started to now almost like smoke instead.
Oh, no.
Oh, great. Great. Great.
So you can go
Dude,
ahead and make your religion check.
I was gonna make a joke earlier about how he said, "Oh, you guys can take in your weapons and your spell focuses," and I was gonna be like, "Oh, it's gonna be a battle, isn't it?" And motherfucker.
I'm sure plenty of people in chat could sense that I was, when I said take off your armor, take off your weapons, that I was baiting a trap.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
Fucking believable. I was gonna say something, and I was like, "No, he wouldn't." Oh my god.
I knew it! I knew
That's
it!
why-
As soon as you
that's why-
said that!
That's why I
Hey,
had
that's just
Aurora
naked.
bring you in, because she wouldn't enforce the rules. If you were smart enough to not want to do it, then you could choose to not do it.
Guys, Gigox is
Do
naked.
She didn't take off any of her stuff.
He's naked.
Oh god, Kegos is name!
But
Gagox doesn't need armor. He's a barbarian.
He's
That's
naked.
right.
That
But
is
he's
true.
still
Wait,
naked!
what if the enemies show up and they're like, ew?
I was
Maybe they'll show up and they'll be like, ooh, and then they'll just run away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they'll be like, why is he fucking naked?
we still need that religion check, Teresa.
Alright. Can I like
You can
first
guidance.
yell to I can guidance it? Can I first yell to the two of those?
deliberate
To
effort,
the Desha and Celeste? Can I like shout something to the two of
Yeah.
them before
you
I
can-
make
You can shout. As long as you're not like,
Okay.
you know, telling them paragraphs and paragraphs of things. I don't have any issue with you just
No,
instantly.
no. I have an idea. Don't worry. So like while all this is happening and she can hear the like boiler like freaking out, whistling really loud, right?
Mhm.
Both of them are.
at the
She's
same time.
she'll probably shout to the two of them, "Keep those boilers under control!" And
Well,
that's when
that was the plan.
good. As long as we're on the
Tried
same
their
page.
best.
And then it's a religion thing.
Yeah, we're gonna contest religions.
Oh. What are the stats of the mysterious force?
I don't know.
Googling mysterious force fire.
Guys, I'm cooked!
No!
Well, to be fair, I actually didn't roll very well either, so it is worth it to roll that guidance.
Oh my god, please, 4 guidance, 4 guidance.
Oh no.
I don't even have any bardics left. What keeps happening to my bardics, bro?
I rolled a 3, guys. A 3.
Hey, that's a 5, that's 5! Yeah, yeah.
That's a 5, yeah, that's a 5, that's a 5.
You actually tied it.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I did tell you I rolled like ass too. But this is contested, so it's actually not meat speeds.
Oh no!
It's just a straight up tied roll.
That's
Could be worse. Could be worse.
That's cool though.
So you see this kind of like sudden surge of smoke from like right where your hands are touching. It almost looks like you know when you put something into a hot pan that's like moist and it just immediately bursts up with like steam.
Mm-hmm.
That's what your hands look like on this rock. It doesn't actually burn. It's not like searing your hands, Teresa, but that's what it looks like is happening to you, to everybody else who's watching. And this column of smoke starts to waft stronger and stronger. And Teresa, you're too focused to notice this. And Fessa and Celeste are too hard at work trying to ease any amount of steam that's building up in the boilers. But Leah and Anthena, and probably Kagax, notice that kind of churning up at the end of this fountain, just kind of behind Teresa, sort of right here in the center of the room. At first, it looked like just like the steam was thickening, but now you notice that the steam is forming a shape that definitely shouldn't be that solid. And so as Teresa is sort of like locked half and half, like at a dead standstill with whatever's in this fountain, you see this slow shape start to appear. So I'll let the three of you guys do something if you want while Teresa's at this standstill. Her tie there bought you enough time to do something before something happens. But you do see something starting to appear here. And it looks like this.
Oh
Hmm.
no! Could I cast a spell?
Yeah, you can basically
Or is
take
that-
a turn, essentially, is what I'm having you do.
Take a turn. Okay, alright.
Here, let me see. Let's change this.
Okay, could I cast Shatter on it?
Yeah, if you just want to try to attack it, it is still only half tangible, I will say that. Like, it's only sort of faded. So
Okay.
so that's up to you whether you want to try that, but just
And there's
attacking
also-
it is
It's
something you
doable.
can
Okay,
do,
that might be safer because that would require everybody to make a con save. Okay, yeah, I'll swing at it with Rosalia. Which I'll be there. And yeah, okay, please. 17?
17 does hit.
Okay. 11 damage.
Damage taken. But you see your blade sort of swipe through it. It does disperse some of the steam, but it's kind of quickly sort of flowing back into that same shape. So
Worth a
something
try.
of an effect. It seems to have kind of like weakened a bit of the steam that's manifesting, but still, it is still like growing stronger.
Okay. Yeah, I think Anthena was like kind of she was standing kind of back. She was contemplating some things, but just is now on alert. And will relay that it's here and I don't know. Relay that my hit didn't quite do as anticipated.
All right.
Everyone
Relaying
else.
that means, Teresa, you are now aware that there's something forming.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, well, yeah. I
no.
forgot that they wouldn't have noticed. Yes, I will relay. Guys, there's a creature forming. Help!
Would Cereza be able to look over her shoulder without losing focus, or
You can take a quick glance.
yeah, Cereza takes a quick glance over her shoulder and she's like, "Oh no, what is that?
All
What
right.
is that?"
So Anthony, you can still move a little bit if you want, but if you are done, then we can move to the next person.
I mean, honestly, it's not the meta, but I think she would stay here to try and attack it. So yeah, I'll just stay where I am.
Very well. Leah or Kagox, whoever wants to go first. We're not in a turn order yet, so you're both kind of all acting at the same time. So this is incurring while Anthena slices.
Leah, you're closer to the creature if you want to go. I'm a little further away.
Yeah, I have a question about a spell.
Go for it.
So it says that invisibility, so it spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. If I cast it on somebody who is already like doing something, like let's say I wanted to turn Sarisa invisible, would it like immediately fail because she is casting some like she's doing like she's in the middle of doing a spell, or is it that invisibility turns off when a new spell is cast?
I think because she's sort of concentrating on something, we're not really doing like a hard spell mechanic with her right here.
Yeah.
But she is locked into constantly casting something, so I think it's valid to say it would probably not work.
I just
I
wanted
think
to,
your instinct
wanted to
there,
clarify.
I agree with. That she has to constantly channel what she's doing, therefore she is sort of casting it until she stops.
Okay. That
Seems logical to me.
What the fuck am I gonna do instead? Hang on. I gotta think. I'm thinking now.
Like, Kickox, if you have something you want to do, you can just go.
Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna
Leah
say
thinks.
now.
Please feel
I'm
free
thinking.
to
Okay.
go ahead if you have something queued up that you know you want to do.
Well, I never declared that I was bringing my weapons with me because I did say that he just kind of like de-layered when he was in the room back there, and I would think that in his heat-addled state that he just wanted to get this over with as quickly as possible. So I'm going to say he doesn't have his weapon, but
Yep, I'll leave that decision to you.
Yeah, this crate behind me. Can I pick that crate up? How heavy is it?
Oh yeah. It's not like light. It's not empty. There's some kind of like metal bits and stuff in there.
Okay.
But you could definitely lift it.
I would like to pick up the crate and I would like to throw it in this thing's direction while telling Anthena to duck.
I was gonna say, can I duck?
Yeah, I would wager you can do that.
Okay. What do you need me to roll for that?
Do you have a roll for throwing your weapon currently? Because I feel like you do, right?
I have a javelin. I have a javelin as one of my weapons.
Or throwing your maul or whatever. Like, do you have anything like that? Because if you already have a mechanic for throwing weapons, I'll just let you use that.
Yeah. So my javelin's my only thrown weapon, and then if I rage, I get something called Crushing Throw. While raging, when I make a successful range attack with a thrown weapon, if you would consider this a thrown weapon, then I would bonus action rage and then throw it.
Yeah, it's not like the most like weapon-esque weapon, but it's a big crate full of metal bits. It's as much of a weapon as you can really get.
Okay.
So since you're throwing it, I would allow, if you want to do the rage and do that, I would allow that.
Okay, so I'm going to bonus action rage as soon as they point out this creature. I'm already sweltering. I've lost pounds of fat from being exposed to this heat, and I'm going to like
emaciated now.
Yeah. But under the fur you really can't tell. You can't tell. So I'm gonna rage, so my size will increase, and then I will throw the crate, but I just tell Anthena, duck, and hurl it.
Alright, I'll put you right there.
14.
14 does not hit.
Okay.
Ooh.
I couldn't reckless attack that one, so I'm not gonna. But I just go ahead and I throw it either way. So crate goes sailing.
you whip the crate across the room. It kind of passes through some of the steam and disperses it for half a second. There's a crate-shaped outline in the steam, but it all quickly wisps back in, and the crate just crashes over here into the pipes. And you hear Celeste just, "Careful! Don't break anything!"
I had sweat in my eyes. I couldn't see, so I'm going to move to here beside Anthena. That way she doesn't have to bear the burden of being the target of monster. I will be the next monster.
Very well. I just want to take a sec quickly to thank our raiders. I didn't want to interrupt there, that's why I didn't say anything. But welcome to our D&D stream. That was a raid from 1-800-DMs. Thank you very kindly. I appreciate it. I presume you guys are coming here with some D&D knowledge yourselves. We're a very D&D channel here as well, so you're always welcome. Right now, these fellows are trying to diffuse a situation involving a steam bath, an infernal curse, and a slowly summoning steam demon. Leah, you're the last one to be able to do something before we roll back around to Sarisa, who's still locked in a bit of a divine combat with whatever's infecting this fountain.
Yeah. I have another really dumb question.
No, go for it. There's no dumb questions.
Are we considering the space that this creature is maybe occupying as wait, hold on. I gotta read something. Wait. Are we considering it to be occupied or unoccupied? Because it's there, but also not there, so...
I would say currently it hasn't fully manifested, so I would consider it unoccupied at the moment. It does look like it's getting, like, you can see sort of like a heat within the steam, so when this thing manifests, it's going to be too hot to stand in that spot. But right now you could move through it, you could stand in it for a little bit if you wanted, but it's going to get real hot there in a second. So currently I'll say yes, it's unoccupied because it's only half manifested right now. Sarisa managed to buy you guys time while it's half manifested with her draw that she did.
So hypothetically...
Hypothetically, we're listening.
Hypothetically, if
fingers
I
are
cast,
steepled, we're listening.
If I cast floating disc in the middle of
classic spell,
this creature is forming, would it bisect this creature?
You know,
or like stop it from forming because it doesn't get damaged by like the spell is only damaged by weight. There's nothing else that affects the force plane, and it rises 3 feet off the ground. So hypothetically, if I form it in the middle of this creature, like, would it bisect it?
Yes, because it's not a solid creature, period. It is steam. Even when it manifests, it's going to be steam. So
yeah.
Like, there might be something kind of resisting that as it manifested a solid body, but it's not manifesting a solid body. So I would say, yes, you can cast this in the middle of it, and it will bisect it. Whether or not that will instantly kill it, I cannot say.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like...
it absolutely will separate those two parts of steam, yeah. So that, I think is... I think that's kind of inspired. I'll actually give you inspiration for that, because that's really funny.
Let's go!
Whoa! This is crazy. Okay, hold on. My internet just went out, so give me a second.
That's the creature. It's trying to prevent you.
We got her, chat. Nobody is allowed to do smart things here. We hacked her internet.
No!
Oh.
No! Okay. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, my internet is booting back up because my power's flickered like 6 times.
That's lovely.
Yeah, it's storming here.
I haven't noticed any interruption or quality drop in your voice, so it's been fine.
Well, yeah. It's because I call on my phone, so I have my phone data that isn't affected, but my computer is, so give me a second. Okay, we're back online. Okay, yeah, so it's technically a ritual, but I'm gonna upcast it.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna use a spell slot to cast it.
Spell slot.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 3 feet diameter, 1 inch thick that floats 3 feet above the ground. So circle. Do I have a circle? Do I have a circle?
Here you go.
I don't think I have one. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Nice.
We will put that there.
Yeah.
This is epic.
So you, right in the midst of that steam monster as it's trying to form, you summon your floating disc, and everybody else just sees this sort of like, kind of like a little beam of hard light, just form out into this flat disc and solidify, and the impact of it kind of solidifying and that arcane magic kind of like sends the steam into two parts and does bisect the creature that you were seeing form. And both of those two halves kind of like collapse in on themselves and turn back, rather than the form that you were seeing, that large monster. They just kind of form back into balls of steam for a second. And so now there's sort of two balls of steam rather than one large creature.
That's probably better, right?
Probably better.
Don't jinx it! Don't you dare!
Maybe.
It's like a Minecraft slime. Like maybe it just split into two
slime.
smaller pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Where's Minecraft Steve when you
I'm
need
just gonna
him?
quickly, that's way too big.
Flint and
but-
steel.
Flint and Steve.
God damn
Chicken Jack.
it. So we'll do
Water
this.
bucket, release.
Release!
And
Oh,
do
God.
This and this there. How about that? So that's what it looks like now. But unless Leo's moving, we'll go right back to Sarisa.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm not moving, so.
Okay. So Sarisa, this whole time you've been sort of fighting off that thing, because had you not done what you did, it would have just instantly manifested. Had you failed your religion check, it would have just instantly manifested, and you would have been fighting that thing. But you bought them time to interrupt, and they did interrupt something. Something's going on. So I'm going to have you remake that check. We're going to try again. You're going to contest this thing and see if you can win or if it will manifest.
Oh, no pressure, right, guys? Ooh.
Oh, okay. Make your roll.
Okay.
Religion.
Ooh.
10
this.
guidance.
Can I give her my inspiration? Am I allowed to do that?
I mean, I think technically you can gift inspiration if you got it, to like reroll somebody else's roll. So if
Yes.
you really want to.
Okay. Are you good? Are you
Yeah,
cool
I'll
with
do
that?
it. I'll do it. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
cool with it.
okay. Yeah! I'm gonna need that.
yeah. Let's use it.
So I can re-roll, yeah?
Yes, you can.
Okay, come on, Fortuna, please. Okay, that's better. That's
guidance?
Okay, guidance.
Yeah, high five yourself. High
High five. I can't have
Okay.
myself.
All right,
16,
So
that's-
16 total is not going to be enough. I rolled an 18.
No!
So
Gosh dang it!
Sarisa, the sort of sensation that you have in your hands as they're placed on that stone, you were fending it off for a little bit, and then you weren't experiencing any burns, but it starts to get too hot for you to keep your hands there. So
Aw.
your hands are sort of like forced off of it, and
She lets out a little yelp when she does.
as that happens, a bunch of things all sort of occur at the same time. First, those boilers let off another loud whistle, and another blast of steam just sort of shoots out of them. And in fact, the blast of steam hits both Thessa and Celeste, and they fall backwards, burned from the boiling hot steam. And so as that happens, you see those balls of steam that were kind of trying to pull themselves together after they were bisected by the floating disc. They hard manifest into something. And they manifest into this.
Oh.
Oh, there's two of them now.
Would there just have been one big one, or?
Oh yeah, you guys completely changed the boss thing.
Oh no!
Ooh.
For better or for worse, we'll find out.
Everybody give out a loud cheer for floating disc, the spell that
My
no
favorite
one
D&D
ever fucking-
spell. I've literally never heard anybody like use floating disc
Never
ever.
used ever.
That's why I'm so
Phenomenal.
happy with it. It's a spell that doesn't get used very much, so I'm always happy to see spells that don't get used a lot get used in really interesting ways.
It deserves
Heck
to
yeah.
be used.
So as those creatures manifest, let's all roll initiative. Sarisa, you're now no longer focusing, so you can turn around and lock in.
Oh, Jesus. Terrible.
Oh, now I have a good roll. I see how it is.
Beautiful. You love to see those initiative rolls auto-populating. Love it. Love it when it's working as intended. Don't have to type any in.
Why did it roll
Except
another one?
Leah's worked too. There we go. Beautiful.
I got a 17. I don't know why it rolled the 9 too.
I will adjust yours to the 17 then, because it populated the 9.
I hate D&D Beyond, actually.
Is it checked for like advantage or something?
Maybe. But regardless, I'll let you use
I
the 17. Since I don't want to figure out why it's doing that right now. I don't want to do that on the stream, so
Yeah, no
Understand.
worries.
we'll let you have the better roll.
Thank you.
Could be because
So
of your
generous.
internet.
So generous, yes.
Magnanimous, even one might say.
I would. Oh, magnanimous dungeon master.
Alright.
How dare you?
Is that the word of the day?
Rick and I got history with the word magnanimous.
Oh god.
For context, go and watch on Rika35's YouTube channel. Go and watch the magnanimous
The
incident. What was it
magnanimous
called? Is that what
incident.
it's called?
I
Yeah.
think it's called the magnanimous incident.
I
Oh,
can.
dear God.
I'll link
That's
it in the Gaunt Gold chat after
please
this,
do.
Okay.
so you can watch. Because I edited it. I edited the video.
It was so chef's kiss.
All right.
Shout out to Gran.
So with a 21, first act is Kegox. So Kegox, you see these steam little imps manifest into this darker, almost purple smoke right in front of you. What do you do?
Okay. I do not have a weapon. Are these things medium sized or are they small sized?
They're medium.
Okay.
They're about the size of a Sarisa. They're one Sarisa big.
One Sarisa tall. Okay, that's a good unit of measure for this game. That crate that I threw that busted. Are there any like metal pipes or anything around, like near me? Or...
I'll say the crate landed next to Celeste, since she's the one that yelled at you to watch it. So there is a bunch of like pipes kind of scattered there. Are also some pipes kind of over here in their supply section. You can also just rip a pipe out of the boiler. That is an option. Whether it's a wise one, debatable. But that is an option that you probably could accomplish.
Okay, so
There
so
are
my
also
question
some crates
is,
over here that might have tools, etc. So anywhere where you see kind of crates and stuff, there's probably tools / pipes.
okay. So I'm going to tell Anthena to see about tending to the other two, Thessa and Celeste, because otherwise I would name Cerisa or Leah. Tend to the other two. I'm going to run over here, and I know it's gonna incur. Will it incur if I'm like right here? Can I reach that pipe, or do I need to move over?
Do you have any sort of reach stuff with your trunk at all? I forgot.
Let's see. So my trunk. Well, I'm large now.
Otherwise, you'd have to probably go one more square to reach like this crate.
That's fine. So let's see.
I forget your reach.
Powerful build. I count as one size larger for carrying capacity, weight, push, drag. Okay. Trunk. I can use it as a snorkel, grasp things, lift a number of things. Okay. You know what? I don't care if it hits me, because I'm going to go over here and grab a pipe. I'm going to grab the hot boiling pipe and yank it.
Yeah.
Oh
It'll try to like sort of shoot a little blast of steam right out in front of it as you move. So it's gonna roll.
Okay.
I forget your AC, but I'm thinking a 19 hits.
A 19 does hit. I'd also like to use my reaction then, since it hits me with an attack roll and is about to deal damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to hit with a blast of ice because I have frigid retaliation from my Fury of the Frost Giant. It has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I will let it make that. But you're still taking your full damage, right?
Well,
So long as it's not
yes.
bludgeoning and blah blah.
Yes.
I rolled a 16 on its con, and you're taking 8 points of fire.
8 points of
fire
fire.
to represent the fact that it is burning you with the steam.
That is fine. Okay, so but it succeeded on its save because my DC is 13 for that one.
Cool.
All right. Other than that, so strength check to rip it off the wall. Rip it off the thing.
Yeah, are you searching the crate for like pipes, or are you just ripping a pipe out of the boiler?
I'm ripping a pipe off the boiler.
Okay, that's a strength.
Okay. I have advantage on this because I'm raging.
Yeah, go for it.
That's 1 and oh jeez, 11.
An 11 is insufficient, but as you grab the boiler pipe and pull on it, I will say that pipe is hot. It is burning hot, so you are going to take another. You're going to take another 3 fire damage on your hands.
Okay.
And there's sort of like a groaning from the pipe, like you kind of are like bending it a little bit, so might be a little easier next time if you want to try again. But I will say, Thessa, who is lying on the ground, and she was trying to like, you know, pick herself back up after getting burned by the steam. She looks at you and goes, "Don't do that! What are you doing?"
Yeah. Getting yelled at.
Out of all
That's fair.
Out of
That's
all
fair.
the pipes, Kagux decides to just rip.
I'm raging. I'm raging. I don't know. I'm just.
It's
destruction.
This
I'm
is voids,
angry.
guys.
It's fine.
That's let's see. So bonus action, I raged. Reaction, I hit it with the thing. My movement and my action to try to pull the thing off the wall. That's it.
Very well. Next in the turn order is Sarisa.
Booyah! Me? Okay, ooh. Where are my spells at? Uh-oh. Oh no! I can't summon my spiritual weapon, guys! I'm out of spell slots!
Oh no.
What? You're out of spells? Hold up.
How can we never rested?
Alright guys, long rest. Let's take a long nap.
Long rest
hold on.
right now.
Take a long nap.
How many spells have you cast since? Because it's only like just past midday.
Oh,
So did you maybe
really?
forget to long rest last time, and that's why you're out of spell slots? That's what my brain
Oh,
is telling me.
maybe.
Because I'm trying to
know.
think of how many spells did Sarisa even cast today. What would have?
I blessed
Eaten them all.
something. I know I blessed
What'd you guys
that
do
contract.
this morning?
Bless the
What did you guys do in
contract.
the morning, I forget.
We went to the bar or the Knife's Edge.
Yeah.
But
I
we
know
didn't,
Sir.
we didn't do any magic there, I don't think.
Was the Alchemisium stuff? Was that today? I forget.
Yes. And I think that was today too. So I
If that was today,
Sarisa
then
cast
it makes sense that you're out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I used Disguise Self. I also blessed that.
Right.
I think I
Oh,
casted
right.
the bless on the contract.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I remember. I
Yeah.
recall that.
I'm trying to remember what else I did though, because I have 3 second level, second level spell slots. What else did I do? I know
I'm not
it
sure.
was. I don't know.
Let me take a look at your spells and see if that jogs my memory. You didn't suggest. You didn't spiritual weapon.
No.
Did you pass without trace ever?
What would I use that for?
That'd be like stealth.
I don't think I did anything stealthy.
Person, did you heal anybody?
I don't think so.
Did you charm anybody? Okay. I'm willing to give you a spell slot back because I genuinely think you might have forgotten to rest also.
I think I did too, dog. Because I'm like trying to.
Because I know you've done that before. This happened.
Granian, don't call me out like that, bro.
But I'm willing to give you like 1 back.
Booyah, because I know.
Because I
know
do
for
think
a
this
fact.
might have just been an error on your end.
I think so, because I know for a fact I upcast the bless.
Bless,
My-
yes. And then you did cast Blessed again, so you would have had 2 blesses.
Yeah, but I
I think you
second
just normal
level.
casted Bless this time, so that would have been a first
Yeah.
level. And the second level, you would have upcast. You had at least 1 second level gone, and likely a few first levels. You might have detected magic because you didn't want to ritual cast it. So I'm willing to say that you probably used all your first levels, but I'll give you a
Yeah.
second level back. How's that sound?
It says I still have 1 more first level.
Magnanimous to you.
Thank you.
If you can say magnanimous right now, I'll give you a second level back.
Magnanimous.
You got it. All right, second level. There you go.
Yes. All right, cool. Whoop. Give myself one. Cereza is now going to use up that second level spell slot.
Fair enough.
And cast her spiritual pizza cutter.
Nice. We have a.
Yes. Nice.
Magic pizza cutter.
How far away can I cast it from myself? Spiritual weapon, 60 feet. All right.
Hell yeah.
Whoop.
Let's go.
Yo.
So I can cast it maybe.
Nice, Risa. Okay. You should be able to move it now, so you can put it where you want it.
Oh yeah, where's the pizza cutter? Oh yeah, there's my pizza cutter. Cool
This
beans.
is
I will.
Canon Cerisa's spiritual weapon. This drawn by Cerisa, Rika 35 herself.
Yeah.
The pizza cutter.
I'm very proud of this pizza cutter.
Also, for context, for people who are new here, all these characters were drawn by Rika 35 at Rika 35 on Twitch. All of our player characters that you see matching art styles, these were all drawn by Cerisa.
Oh, gosh, you see.
And aren't they beautiful?
They're so gorgeous. Everybody should go follow and subscribe and donate $50,000 to
So
this channel,
true.
please.
I agree.
And buy tons of gifted subs, and then start a hype train, and then we keep it rolling.
Yep. So you focus and manifest your spiritual pizza cutter, as we call it.
Yes.
Fortuna's wheel, as we were actually calling it. At right next to that steam demon, the imp. And what do? Do you strike with it?
Are the boilers still out of control?
They're all kind of still like giving off a massive blast of steam, and there's this kind of like loud, pervasive whistle through the air. That's kind of constant throughout this fight. It's still the first turn. So right now, Thessa and Celeste, the two elementalists, are currently picking themselves back up off the ground because they both got knocked over by the blast of steam. But it is their job to handle that, so they can handle the building pressure in the boilers. It's just that they're currently busy standing up.
Okay. The spiritual weapon uses my bonus action, right?
It should say right there, BA, if it does.
BA. Okay.
And yes, it does.
Okay, let me check.
And then there is a little like to hit roll and damage right next to that as well, so you can use those. Nice and handy for you.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. So
It's just
yeah,
like,
that used my.
It's swinging it the same way as if you were swinging a sword at the enemy. It's just at a distance because you're basically summoning a little portable sword in the air.
Cool. So summoning it uses a bonus action. Would swinging it use an action, or can I not do anything with it just yet?
I believe it says on the turn that you summon it, you can.
I'm blocking it
when
for
you
myself.
cast the spell, you can make one. So you get like a free one on the turn you cast it, and then every turn after that, you use your bonus action again to make it do it again. So you can swing now because it says when you cast the spell, you can make a melee. spell
Okay,
attack.
and that just uses my bonus action, and I still have an action, right?
Yeah, like technically you used your bonus action to cast the spell already. It's just folded into the initial cast is
Okay,
an additional
cool.
swing. Because they don't want you to have to summon it and then wait a turn before you can attack. They let you do it all in one, and then afterwards you can make it attack again every
Ooh, how
turn for your
nice.
bonus action.
Oh, how nice of them. All right. Cereza would like to use her. What are we calling it? Fortuna's wheel?
Fortuna's wheel is what you titled the file, so yes.
Oh, booyah. Good job, past me. Alright, to swing at this little sucker, the thing right in front of it.
Very well, roll to hit.
What do I roll?
So there's a little like +4 right next to that spell.
Oh, okay.
So you just click that to roll it, and then click the thing next to it if you hit.
Guys,
the
I'm
damage.
still such a noob at D&D,
Well,
dog.
we've been taking breaks here and there, so it's hard to like get right into the rhythm, you know?
That's true. Weeya! Okay, that's a 13.
These things, the other thing that you were attacking had a higher AC. These things have a lower AC. That hits.
Oh, thank God. And then I roll damage. Blah. Ooh, get wrecked, little man.
Kick his ass.
Yeah, I did an 8. That's good, right?
So you see that spiritual weapon swing, and almost like a floating disc, it pizza cuts right through that steam. And it is a magical weapon, so it's not just gonna swing right through the steam like it's normal steam. And you see that part that it kind of cuts off of it sort of disperses and turns back into that normal, like bright white steam that you're used to, rather than that dark purple smoky fog.
Ooh, okay.
So you can tell you're dealing damage.
Nice. And then I still have my action left. Before I bungle this and cast this, Sacred Flame. That's, what type of damage is that?
Good. Good damage.
Good damage.
Yeah,
This is yummy damage.
Just for information's sake, do you see where the spell is, where Sacred Flame is? On your
Oh, yeah.
sheet?
Radiant. Okay,
Yeah,
cast
see that
Radiant.
little, there's a little like picture right next to it, and
Yeah.
so they'll let you know.
Okay, it's
You hover over-
radiant
if you
damage.
can't figure out what it is, then yeah, you hover over it and it'll tell you.
Oh, thank you. So if I cast radiant damage, do I know if that's gonna, like, cause problems for me or cause problems for them?
Well, from what you would understand as a cleric, radiant tends to be divine magic, right?
Okay.
Not exclusively necessarily. Sometimes it's related to like stars and stuff like that. But to be fair, I tend to fold those together anyway. But radiant tends to be, yeah, and especially in your case as a cleric, it would be your holy magic. Holy versus infernal tends to be a battle that rages on forever.
Nice.
You estimate that, yeah, it's probably a intelligent strategy.
Okay, good. Because I didn't want to, like...
When people
I didn't
have
want you to do, like,
infernal
flame
stuff
damage.
going on,
Yeah.
they tend to call the priest. So because they
Nice.
specialize in radiant magic, so
Okay, I just wanted to double check because it said Sacred Flame, and I didn't know if that was going to cause more problems.
nah, it's a
Ooh,
different
yeah.
type of flame.
Okay. Now, do I aim at the same one? Yeah, sure. I'm going to obliterate one of these little fellas. So, Cereza is going to then cast Sacred Flame. Like
Oh.
she's got a personal problem with this little fella right here.
So it makes a dex save to get out of that, which it succeeds, and I believe you do no damage with a success on a cantrip like that. So it manages to quickly dip out of the way. It sort of sees that divine weapon and is on its guard, and it quickly then ducks out of the way of the next radiant light that you summon on its location. Anything else? You've used your actions and bonus actions, but guess you can still move.
That... Does Cereza want to move?
That's
No.
really up to you.
So she won't.
You got your meat shield in front of you.
That's right. I do. So, Cereza's not gonna move. And that's how I will end my turn.
Very well. So we're gonna move to one of the Steam Imps turns, but before that, I just need you to quickly resolve something. Anthena, you're currently halfway in between two spaces right now.
Yes.
I will
yes.
let you go. I'll let you go left or right because I'm gonna lock you to the grid. So I'll let you go left or right. It's your choice, since you're halfway.
Okay.
It doesn't really
I'll
change
go
much
right.
for you because you're
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
to
I'll
one
go
either
right.
way. So that's why I'm letting you choose if you want to go left or right. All right, I'll lock you there then.
Oh, thank you, Queen.
All right, which brings us to this imp's turn, and it's gonna move here.
Right.
Oh, mother.
That was why it didn't really
What
matter.
even? Yeah. What?
That's why I let you pick, is because I'm like, it's not really gonna be consequential either. And it is going to summon up a blast of steam at you. And it is going to, let's see.
It's gonna miss, is what it's gonna do. Manifest it.
Gonna do
Yeah, manifest.
Manifest.
blast of steam like that.
Whoa!
Oh. Wait, okay, I'll actually be fine if I get hit by it, because that was cool.
So
That was pretty cool.
con save off of that, Anthena, as
Con
you just
save.
get enveloped in mist, essentially.
Right, I'm so good at con saves, guys. Yeah, so good at con saves.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
That's
she's
a
good at that thing.
strong 7, guys. Strong 7.
Very strong.
That's going to be insufficient, so you're going to take...
What? Unbelievable. So unfair.
Alright, that is going to be a total of 11 fire.
11. Okay, fire damage.
Fire damage to
Gotcha.
represent the heat, but it's not actual fire.
Word. Okay. Damage taken.
That'll be the end of its turn, which will bring us to Leah.
Okay, if I have my cone angled, like this, it's not gonna hit Anthena, right?
No, of
Fine.
course not.
Great. Okay, I am gonna cast Frost Fingers, second level. So it's a Constitution saving throw of 13. They take damage either way. So
Alright, that's that is an 8, so it did not succeed.
yay, full damage. All right, let's roll. Great, the worst possible result.
Awesome.
Yep.
Let's
4.
go.
Yeah, really.
Alright. That is damage taken on that one. 4 damage taken. And I'm actually going to have it make an extra save. It made this last time when Chaos did it, but it succeeded. But I'm going to have it make it do it again. Oof. Okay. Not a success. The moisture in the air solidifies.
Whoa.
Oh.
And that imp just kind of like lands on the ground, and it now looks more like a ice sculpture of an imp.
Whoa.
Still standing there, still tangible. You can kind of see some of its little
but it's, like,
sharp
frozen.
talons kind of moving slightly, kind of cracking and moving slightly, but it is now frozen solid for now.
Nice.
So cool.
Hey, that's lit. That's lit.
I freezed it. All right.
Anything else,
I'm not,
Leo?
yeah, I'm not gonna move. I'm good.
All right, and that'll bring us to this fella's turn. And he is going to... actually, we might be able to... Can we... Yeah. We got our own boy.
What are you scheming?
go.
Hey, look at that.
Another con save.
Awesome. My favorite.
This guy fails his con save.
Why did it? Wait, sorry. Why did it add a 1? I don't have a plus. That's strange. I rolled a 14. I don't know why it added a 1.
That is strange.
Yeah, 'cause I have a +0 to con, but I rolled straight from the thing, but it just added a 1, I guess. But don't take the
It
+1.
might
It's
be
14.
some sort of background thing interacting with some racial trait that you have.
Oh.
You are
Oh.
my balanced satyr. It might be that, but I don't remember. We'll leave it. I trust D&D Beyond. But that is a success.
Oh, yay.
That
Yippee.
thing fails and is unfrozen by the heat.
Oh. Well.
Well, if
Well.
cold can interact with it, then heat's gonna too.
No, I think it should
fair
just
enough,
be
fair
cold,
enough.
actually. Just the cold. Nothing else.
You're still gonna take a bit of damage, Antina, but it's cut in half.
That's
Cut in half
fine.
to 3 fire.
3 fire. Awesome.
That's the end of its turn. It's not going to move. So that'll bring us to Anthena's turn.
Okay.
Looking a little worse
One-
for wear, a little burnt from
Yeah,
the
just
steam.
a bit. Just
But
a
you're
bit.
still alive. What do you do?
Okay. I'm going to cast Shatter, which is a 10-foot sphere. And I'll just center it on myself, if that's okay.
Okay.
So it won't hit anyone else. Let's see. Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. It's thunder damage, so we'll see what kind of effect that has on these things. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I will cast that, and it will be a Constitution saving throw for them.
For you as well.
Oh, wait
I mean,
a minute.
it says
hold on.
each creature in the radius, and you're a creature, so it does hit you if you're inside the radius.
Really? Oh,
You
wait.
can't, unless you're
that's-
unless you're a specific type of wizard, you can't just drop a spell on yourself and hope it doesn't hit you. You're still making
That's
the
fair
save.
enough.
Some
Yeah,
some
that's-
wizards have the ability to make like allies and themselves skip saves.
That is what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
But,
oh yeah. I guess it's not
you're a
just
bard,
by myself. Yes. I am perhaps. All right. Well,
So
what do we think, guys?
Unless you're deaf, you're gonna hit yourself with this.
A question. Just question real quick. If I go down, will the spell still take effect?
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
if it affects Steam.
Oh boy.
That, I don't like your wording there.
I mean, so this is the size of Shadow.
Yeah.
So you could
Oh,
make
that's
it hit
so cool.
just you guys, or you could just put it over here and hit one of them. But
Oh,
that is Shadow.
right. And the question. All right. Let
You
me
can move it around
pull
if
my
you
fellow.
want to move it around.
Okay. Yeah. Let me pull my fellow players. Hey, fellow players. Do we think this will have an effect on these creatures?
Oh no. What's the nature of shatter?
It's
does it do?
thunder. It's thunder damage, and it just a loud noise erupts from a point of your choice within range, and they take thunder damage.
I will add
A
that,
construct has disadvantage on the save. Do we think
yeah,
this is a
creatures
construct?
that are like formed out of like crystal and glass and like a rock and stuff like that take extra damage from this spell.
I don't
These
think
are
they'll
very
take
much the
extra
opposite
damage.
of
But
that.
they,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's worth it.
Brittle creatures take
yeah.
a lot of damage from shatter. These are now if it was frozen, that's a whole different story. But neither of them are frozen.
Leah, freeze them again, and then I can do it. Okay.
That's the
All right.
strat. That's the strat.
That's the strat. That's the strat.
I'll
Okay.
freeze
so
them, and then you'll
I
stop.
will. Yeah, I will save it for when they are frozen. Then, in that case, are Celeste and Thessa? They are. You said I know they're like knocked down for a turn, but they're not like.
I'm gonna have all
Like,
the NPCs move at the end of the turn order, just so that
Okay,
I can
yeah,
quickly
but
do 1,
they're-
2, 3.
they're-
But
Yeah, but they're not like unconscious or anything, right?
no, they were sort of knocked off their feet and they stumbled backwards onto their backs. And so they're on their turn they'll do something, but currently they are sort of getting up from that. They're burned a little bit, but not like severely enough to kill them.
That's really okay. Okay, cool. All right, that's fine then. In that case, all right, we'll pause. I will swing on this one right here.
Very well.
With Rosalia. That's 21 to hit.
That does it.
10 damage.
Alright. Damage. Damage taken. So you swipe with Rosalia and send another sort of cascade of that steam off into the air as you almost kind of cut its leg clean off. And that steam, once it's separated from the main body, just disperses into that sparkling bright white steam instead of the dark cloud. And so it
And
doesn't.
then-
It isn't able to manifest that foot back. Is what I'm saying. It's kind of you're chipping away at it.
Okay, makes sense. And then can I, before I end my turn, can I shout to Aurora and just tell her to go get help or someone that can fight?
You can if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Because I feel like she's probably not the fighting type.
Is that the end of your turn then?
Yeah. Mhm. Actually,
Alright.
oh wait, sorry,
No, go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead.
This is a dumb question. I can healing word myself, yeah?
I believe so.
Yeah? I think so. Okay, alright, I
Seems
will
like it.
healing. Yeah. Yeah, a creature of your choice that you can see within. I think I can see myself. Okay, I'll healing word myself.
Bro,
It's a bonus action. Plus 7 damage to me.
alright. You feel
Not damage. You know
you
what I
feel
meant.
some of the burns on your face and arms kind of fade. That pain ease off a little bit. And if that's the end of your turn, then let's have our NPCs go. So Thessa and Celeste stand up and just kind of immediately return to their places at the boilers. It's spinning a million different mechanisms at once, turning valves and dials and wrenching stuff back into place. You can tell that the metal they're touching is hot, but they're ignoring it as they get back to work. Aurora, on the other hand, goes, I am not paid to deal with any of this, and she leaves.
Oh my god.
Yeah, send someone who can deal with it back,
You did tell her to
please.
leave. You did tell her to leave, but she's
I
definitely
told her to get help!
Well, you can't tell if she's doing that or not yet, so
Right.
she's leaving.
I mean, she's protecting her peace. Good for her.
So that's the end of our turn order. And that'll roll us all the way back to Kagax.
Okay. In failing what I had attempted to do, I'm going to move to this one, and I'm going to try to grab him. And
Just sort of grapple, or
yeah,
all right. It is a steam creature. You can attempt it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it anyway. I'm
All right, go for it.
$22.
Your
I have
arms
to-
go straight through it. I'll say with a high roll like that, you manage to avoid being burned from such an attempt, but you are not able to grapple it. If it were frozen, that's a different story. But when it's steam, it's just going to
Oh my
reform right around your hands.
The bottom line of this episode is, if it were frozen, that's a different story.
When something is water, water vapor, and you can't touch it, freeze it.
Yeah.
Put it in the fridge.
Out of- Put it in the fridge.
I have nothing else. That's my turn.
Barrel. Then that'll bring us right back to Sarisa.
Oh yeah.
So Sarisa, as you called out last time, the boilers are being handled for now. But your allies are locked in combat with those imps. What do you do?
I'm gonna keep hitting them with radiant stuff. I think that's my only option. I can't freeze anything. Sorry, guys.
Bro,
That's
You-
okay. I think Radiant's also helpful.
swinging with
think-
your swinging with your thing too.
I'm going to use
Same as last turn, basically.
yeah, same as my last turn.
Barrel.
Yeah, same as last turn. I'm gonna use Fortuna's wheel and smack this critter in front of me. Can I ping it? Hello? Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Where's the pizza cutter? Where's that thing? Bop. That's a 14.
Uh, 14 does hit.
Yes. Ooh, slice, little man.
Alright, carve off another chunk of that steam demon with your radiant. Well, it's not technically radiant, but force damage. Same thing.
Oh yeah.
Not the same thing, but you get what I mean.
I like steam demon though, Gran.
And that part of it doesn't manage to kind of re-manifest. Clearly, both of them are kind of getting a little weakened from this. Whatever you're doing is working.
Alright. Sounds good. And
then your Sacred Flaming?
Yep.
Okay.
And Teresa
fails this time.
will... Oh, it done? It fails?
Yeah, because I roll the save on Sacred Flame.
Oh, nice. Okay, and as Teresa is casting Sacred Flame, she is pretty upsetty spaghetti because she was really hoping and praying nothing would jump out. And lo and behold, 2 critters jumped out. In her little handsies. In her little handsies.
A normal field trip. No way.
No way! With Gran? No way.
It's funny. And then she'll say, in Fortuna's name, I will smite you! And she casts Sacred Flame on this little steam demon. Not
Very well.
steam demon.
And as described, it failed that save, so you roll the damage on it.
Yours. Well, now, can I utilize something that I probably should have been utilizing before?
Which is?
Would Teresa be able to utilize her lucky feat to reroll that?
To reroll your damage roll?
And yeah, does it work on damage?
I forget if lucky affects damage. Let me look.
Let's see.
It specifies attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Or any of those made against you, so no. That would be a damage roll that you were looking for, so no. I kind of thought no, but wanted to double check the wording.
That's alright. I'll have to remember.
You should remember that because you can, like, basically force rerolls for people that are making attacks against you as well.
Ooh, okay.
So you can, like, make people miss.
Ooh, and make them unlucky. Ooh.
Yeah. So it works both ways. You can make other people unlucky. You can make yourself lucky.
Nice. All right, I'll have to remember that.
Definitely remember that's a very good feat. I have abused that countless times.
Ooh, I'll have to abuse it as well, but I did too.
Alright, it takes the radiant damage. As you see part of that steam evaporate into that radiant light. I presume you attack that same one, right?
Yep, attack the same little critter like she has a personal problem with it.
Alright, then, if that's the end of your turn.
Yep, that's the end of my turn.
Then we're going to move on to this imp, which is going to, as Kigox and Anthena look at it, it just kind of dissolves into the air. And it's going to teleport over here.
Oh.
And then you see it raise both of its little imp hands, this little gnarly talons. And it begins to kind of like conjure something.
He's putting down AoE marker guy.
You see in the center of the room, it is this size. A steam cloud begins to form in the center of the room. That's its turn. We'll bring you to Leah.
Leah, freeze it!
This is just like Final Fantasy 14.
So true.
Okay, so Leah's first. That's not the right thing, but whatever. Gonna move here. What's the distance on that? Yeah, 60 feet. She does. I'm gonna ice. Can I? If I cast ice knife, that can go. Is that gonna go through Kagox if I try to cast it, or like should I move?
For the most part, I let things that are kind of shot kind of move past your allies.
Okay.
Unless there's any reason why it wouldn't. Kagox is a bit of a bigger target, but he's also you're kind of only diagonally clipping him anyway. So I think it's reasonable enough that wouldn't hit him.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna attempt to ice knife the one down there. So I am gonna cast that at second level. Also. It's a 21 to hit. So, right. Roll my damage.
And it makes a save.
Why did it roll? What
Dex
the
save,
fuck?
yeah. Okay, it succeeds that.
Why
dex
did it
save.
roll? What?
So
It's gonna upcast it.
so yeah, ice knife has that double effect there, right?
Yeah.
And the cold damage is on the second half of that. The first half is the piercing damage.
Oh, and then the blowing up damage, right?
And so the second half is what it's saved on.
Wait, let me
So you're
read.
still gonna deal damage, but I would
Oh,
I definitely
yeah.
read that spell because it's
Yeah.
it's got a very specific cast type.
Oh, yeah. No, I was just I forgot how many dice it would roll, so that pisses me off. Boo. Boo. Boo.
It's still gonna take that other damage
Okay.
from the piercing.
Well, I tried,
Damage
guys.
taken. Anything else,
Sorry.
Leo?
That's it.
Very well. That'll bring us to the other imp's turn. And it is going to dissolve into the air. And it's going to teleport over here. And it's going to raise
Oh
both
my-
hands as we begin to channel a
Oh my
spell.
God.
And that steam cloud's going to get bigger.
Oh,
Oh no.
God.
And that's going to be its turn, so it's now Anthena's turn.
So I can see the steam cloud, yes?
Yeah, to the point where you guys are having a hard time seeing each other. So I would say
Okay.
factor into your RP that you're currently not quite aware of where each other are.
Okay. Is it reasonable to assume, because I don't want to
so
metagame here, that I
I'm
would
gonna move it to the back.
want
But
to move out of this fog
I
cloud,
mean,
right?
as
Like,
far as you know, Anthena, the whole room is enshrouded in this because you can't quite see where it ends.
Oh, okay. All right. So I won't.
So
I won't.
you
I
might
won't
want to
cheat.
move for sure, but I'm just saying, as far
Yeah.
as you know, you actually don't really know where it ends.
I gotcha. Okay. Can I see this thing here? Like, can I
They
see
do
them?
glow with this kind of purple light, so I think through the fog you would see this sort of like purple, like just kind of like vague shadow. So you
Okay.
would see the direction
Alright.
they went. I would say everybody can kind of see the direction they went, but as for
Alright,
like
and
each
I mean-
other, that's a lot harder to see unless you're actively glowing. I'd say Cerisa can see her weapon, and everybody can probably see the weapon, but other than that, a little hard to see.
Okay. In that case, I think she would just go over to this one and swing on it.
Meryl?
Oh, 11 to hit.
11 to hit is insufficient. You
Oh.
swipe at it, but you do not catch any part of it that's tangible at the moment.
Yeah. How is everybody looking on health? Actually, well, I wouldn't even be able to see you all anyway. Never mind. If you need healing, get close to me.
You can yell out, is anybody wounded? But
Yeah, but I would probably have to see them to cast it. Yeah, that's
that's true.
Yeah, you can see within range. Yeah. Okay, that's my turn.
Alright. Then that'll bring us to the NPCs. They're going to continue to try to just stop those boilers from exploding and killing everybody. Unless you want them to do
Wonderful.
something else.
No, have them do that.
Because I got AoEs we can use for the exploding boilers.
I mean, I'm good. I don't know about everybody else.
Alright. Then that'll bring us back to the top of the turn order for Kegox.
I really wish that I could grab that disc and then use it as a weapon.
I don't even remember. I haven't looked at floating disc in a long time. I don't even know if that's still there. I just left it because I thought it was funny.
I think it. Hold on. Floating disc. It lasts an hour. So
Okay.
yeah, it's still there.
Alright, it's still there then.
But I thought it was immobile. Like only Leah can move it.
That is
Yeah, that is correct. If I move more than 20 feet away from it, it follows me. Wait, how far am I from it?
that's true. I didn't really measure.
Oh.
Well, if
22.
you move any further from it, it'll follow you. but
Yeah,
other than
it'll
that,
follow me.
It's an immovable object. So it really
Unstoppable
depends on how
force.
unstoppable
Yeah.
force you're feeling.
I think Kagos is feeling pretty unstoppable force.
He did struggle to break a pipe.
Yeah,
earlier.
I'm struggling entirely
Well,
tonight. I don't have a weapon. I can't grab them. I can't hit them.
I mean, you can hunt for a weapon. There's plenty of like wrenches and large pipes and stuff. You can hunt for a weapon if you want.
Well, I'm in a steam cloud, so I really can't see where I'm going either.
Right? You can
Start
belly your way
swinging.
through the steam
Start
cloud if you want. Pick a direction and run. See if you hit a wall. I will say you guys can definitely see the two boilers as well because they're glowing. So you would be able to somewhat orient yourself in the room based on where the two boilers are and where the two imps are.
Okay.
It's
Well,
not
I
like
can
you're
see this
completely lost,
boiler.
It's just a little harder to tell where each other are, basically.
Okay. Well, I can see this one, right?
Yeah, for sure. You can see like that
Okay.
big orange boiling glow from that furnace. So you would know that that's the furnace that was there seconds
Okay.
ago.
I'm gonna
That you
go that.
burned
I'm gonna
yourself.
go that direction. Yeah.
Right. So yeah,
Um,
you run towards that direction, kind of like know you're heading towards the wall, and you emerge out of the fog, and you see that fog that you were just in is this massive sort of orb at the center of the room that is growing bigger. And so you can see that there is that sort of like there's steam everywhere in the room, but that's like a hard wall of fog.
Okay. I'm gonna do what I did before. I'm gonna pick up this crate, and I'm going to throw it at this one.
Very well. Make the same roll then.
15.
15 does hit.
Okay. If it's a thrown, how much damage do you want me to do with that?
We'll just use your javelin,
Okay.
just for easy sake, not having to puzzle it out.
So it'll add +2 because I'm still raging. Because my
Yeah,
crushing
it makes
throw.
sense. You're big and strong. You're whipping a big crate out of thing. It makes sense for it to impact that.
Goody. 5 points of damage total.
All right. Damage taken. That imp is looking pretty bad. It's like sort of wavering and flickering, and parts of it keep dispersing and has to keep reforming them. But it is still barely alive.
Okay. Did the crate break open?
I would say that the crate sort of scattered a bunch of it and fell kind of onto the floor past it. So I'll put the crate
Okay.
there, essentially.
Okay.
I will say the
But
crate is.
it
on this-
didn't break open, and I didn't see anything inside of it, right?
Let's make a roll for it. Let's make a crate roll. How strong are you, crate? That is an 8. Okay, it broke. So that crate hits the ground. Maybe it's a little water damage from all the moisture in the air. It's a little bit rotten wood. It just shatters, and you see like wrenches and other sort of like large metal tools in that crate.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to. I still have movement.
Mhm.
Let's see. I was here. That was probably what? How
10
far would you
feet.
say? 10 feet?
Uh,
Okay, I was gonna say 10 or 15.
I'll give you 10.
Okay.
I'll say it was 10.
And then I've got 20 more feet. So maybe I'll go.
Yeah, you can blast through those guys. They'll reform.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run through them and get to about there, or wherever you think I can be.
I'll move you one
Feel
more
free.
just so that you're not overlapping with them.
Okay. I'm just gonna run over there then. That's my turn.
Okay. Very well. That brings to Sarisa. So, Sarisa, you're lost in a cloud. What do you do?
Freak out.
I think the cloud is right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I kind of moved a little bit there.
Sorry. Panic. Oh, whoops. Where is? Okay. If I have Sarisa scamper over to this here, would that still be in the steam cloud?
Whereabouts?
Right here?
There?
Right
Like
here.
this
Yeah.
square?
Yeah.
No, that's us. That's us.
Booyah. Okay, so. Oh, wait. Do I need to use my bonus action to move the pizza cutter?
I believe it specifies that you can attack and move at the same time, right? You can move a little bit and attack with one bonus action. I believe that's
yeah,
the way.
I think so.
But I don't know
bonus
that it moves
action.
very far. You'll have to read that distance.
Yeah, it's like 20 feet. So it would go over here. Would that...
As long
wait,
as,
does it even-
works.
Does it like take damage? Does the pizza cutter take damage at all?
It doesn't have any sort of like health here. This isn't Baldur's Gate 3. So I don't believe
not?
there's any rule that states that.
Oh.
You could definitely home rule that it does, but I don't think there's any reason why it would.
Okay, cool beans. So the pizza cutter will be safe if I move it to here.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Right.
You don't need to worry about
Oh,
its
yeah.
health bar. Yeah.
Yes! Alright. I think for sense sake, or however... Oh, Cerise's gonna move first. And she's gonna scamper in a panic over to here. And then she's gonna notice that, she's too close to that imp.
Okay.
She's like, oh, dang it! And then, oh, the pizza cutter. Can the pizza cutter reach her? Oh, gosh. Yeah, pizza cutter will reach, so in a panic, Cerisa will bring the pizza cutter over to here. That's 20 feet, right?
Mhm.
I think that's 20 feet, yes.
Yeah, it was.
Nice. And, she's gonna use the divine pizza cutter to take a swing at
Barrel.
this guy. This little fella. Ba-ba. Ooh, can I use lucky now? Because I completely forgot how it worked.
Yeah, it's attack rolls. Actually, did you
Nice.
specify specifically yourself? Was there any sort of... I
Whenever
don't
you
know if I've
make...
ever had a lucky plus.
Oh, yeah, it says whenever you make an attack roll. So I don't know if that counts for the pizza cutter.
Yeah, I mean, you could debate that you're using your bonus action to do it. It's not acting on a different turn, so I think logically you probably could. I'll say yes for this session, and I'll look into it because I'm sure other people have discussed that. I don't.
Ooh,
I think it
okay.
should because it's on your turn, so I feel like it makes sense.
Oh, okay. So, Cerisa is feeling a little lucky, like she'd like to try again or something. How does that even work? I don't know.
Well, the way is that it would work is that you're sort of just re-rolling it. It's not doing it twice. It's just that the first time
okay.
it happens, it's luckier. So where it might have missed initially,
Okay.
the method tried to dodge in the wrong direction and happened to collide with it. It's that sort of luck, right? It's like it's a little
Ooh, okay.
incident in which something is just kind of worked out for you where it might not have initially. And so you
Okay,
roll
so
again,
Cerisa-
and then you would,
What?
yeah.
Okay. Watch. I bungle it. Let's go! Cerisa's feeling very lucky.
All right, so yeah, you can roll that crit on your weapon too.
How did I do that?
I think you can right click and make it crit on the actual roll there. But otherwise we would just add another dice of what it's rolling.
Oh, it is crit. There is a little crit damage. Oh yeah.
So see if that works. Sometimes that kind of doesn't really pan out
Okay,
on D&D
I'll
Beyond, but
roll
we
it.
might as well try it.
It worked, I think.
Yep, yeah, it did.
Yeah.
All right, so you swing your spiritual pizza cutter and just slice kind of like vertically right across the imp, and it just completely vanishes in a blast of sparkling steam. Upon which, when that happens, this steam cloud shrinks back to its original size, as there's only one channeling it. So suddenly, Anthena and Leah, you are not in the steam cloud anymore.
Yay!
Yay!
Great job, Cerisa!
And I have one more action, right?
Oh, yep.
Right?
Yeah, you do. You just used your bonus
Yes,
action,
okay.
so you're good.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Unless,
then
I don't know,
Cereza-
does Lucky use something? That's something I just completely forgot to think about.
It uses its own little checkbox thingy.
No
So I
action.
have,
Perfect. Okay, yes, it's no action. That's what I wanted to double check. I know it uses a resource
Oh.
that you have a limited amount of. I was checking to see if it does a bonus action or not. It doesn't.
Oh, okay.
It's free. It's free.
Ooh.
It's very broken.
Ooh. It's free. It's free real estate, guys.
It is essentially like 3 free inspiration per day.
That's actually pretty good, isn't it?
My most broken D&D character I've ever made was a divination wizard that had Lucky as well, and he would have busted. I could have killed the final boss of that campaign in 1 turn.
That's
But I
crazy.
chose not to. I showed mercy.
Well, Cereza's not going to show any mercy.
Yes.
No mercy. And so, Teresa, still upsetty spaghetti, is going to turn our attention on the remaining little critter and cast Sacred Flame.
Bro, I will roll it save, which it succeeds, so no damage.
Dang it.
So, if that's the end of your turn, Teresa. Anything
Yep,
else, Teresa?
I
I think
see.
you're all done.
Yeah,
then
I'm
that'll
done.
bring us past the now dead Steam Imp and right to Leah. So, Leah, you're
Leah
now
is-
newly able to see the solid orb of steam has grown a lot smaller, so you're now able to see your surroundings. What do you do?
I'm gonna airstrike the creature with
Bomb
magic
them.
missile. Bomb him. I'm gonna use my
Perfect.
last 2nd level spell slot. Bomb the creature.
Uh,
Wait, I think I get another one. What
yeah,
the
magic
hell?
missile would shoot more than one,
Yeah.
depending on how you
So-
upcast it.
3. Wait, do I have to roll for each one that does separate damage, right?
It's debatable. For speed, sometimes you'll just roll 1 and just do, if you're like hitting the same target. But since you can aim it at different targets, I like to roll them individually. I think it's just more fun if they're like, each little blast is a different thing, you know? Since it's shooting different missiles, I think it's more fun to roll each of them separately. So as long as we're not
Okay.
like, you know, desperately short for time, I'm fine to roll them all individually.
Yeah.
So yeah, roll them all.
Then okay.
You
Okay.
only got
So
one
I get.
target.
I was gonna say I get 4 total because I'm
Yeah,
casting
because
it
you're
at
second
2nd
level
level.
casting. So that was 1, so then just roll
so
3
1,
more damage rolls.
1, 2.
7, 10.
All right. Yeah, that's 4.
All right. So the bolts of light fly across the room. They just pierce straight through. They're tracking that imp, so they just pierce straight through the fog, and they leave like a little like hole in the fog for a second that you can see that
Nice.
beam go straight through. And those
Nice.
4 blasts of light, just one goes straight through its head, one goes straight through its chest, and then the other 2 into its shoulders, and it just absolutely blows up.
Yeah. Airstrike. Airstrike.
Oh
Oh
And as it disappears,
Mario.
that sort of solid fog in the center disperses as well. And the room is quiet except for the whistling of 2 boilers. But as those creatures fade, that high-pitched whistle slows and gets quieter and quieter, and slowly but surely those 2 boilers on either side just kind of fade back from this loud kind of like thudding mechanical clang into this rhythmic, slow vibration. The glow, that roaring fire that was sort of erupting, and those bursts of steam that kept blasting off of it, they all fade back into just a normally operating boiler. So, what do you all do?
Yeah, right, says Cereza. And she's gonna run over to the fountain and check it.
All right, you run back, and you've done enough investigating around that I won't make you roll more rolls. So you kind of place your hands against it again to try to feel that same unholy energy you were feeling before, and you don't feel anything at all. It's just a nice, slightly warm, smooth stone, damp with a little bit of moss and moisture condensed from the air. But other than that, it seems to just be an inert stone.
Smrisa lets out the biggest and kind of sinks to her knees.
Your sigh is mirrored by both of the elementalists as they just kind of collapse back to the ground and wipe their foreheads. Is it over? Was that it?
I think so. I don't feel anything.
I don't know what in the infernal circles those things were, but your lot sure did take care of them.
I do believe that was your guys' myth.
So, not so much a fable then.
Oh, not really. Well, they're gone now.
Fessa kind of gingerly touches part of her face with her fingers, feeling out some of the burns she got from the steam that was blasting off that furnace, and she sort of looks at her hands, and her hands are like chapped bright red. And she says, are any of you lot burned?
Sarisa still have burns on her little handsies? Or was it?
Yeah, you don't have like visible like blistered burns, but it kind of is like, you know, when you touch a pan and you kind of get that like lingering sting.
Mm-hmm.
That's how like your palms feel on both hands.
Okay.
But anybody who's kind of injured would probably have some burns on them.
Yeah,
Anybody who took any damage.
I think Anthena's got some burns.
I think only Anthony took damage that fight. I think only Anthony
I'm
and
the tank
Yeah,
now.
Leah's
No,
perfectly fine.
Kegox took damage.
Damn, Leah's perfectly fine.
All right. Well, says the range.
Leah pulled a real like
Hellcat.
Luigi wins by doing nothing, and that fight she just stood still and nobody went after her.
Yeah, literally just yippee!
It's easy not to get hurt if you're not attacking. No, I'm kidding. You did a very good job.
But,
I think Anthena will kind of like start stumbling a little bit. She's like, me a little bit. I have healing though. Do you need some?
Actually, we've balm for the burns. We keep it on stock because she just points at the boiler.
Yeah, real.
Well, I suppose I don't really need to explain. And so she makes her way over to this chest here, and opens it. And she pulls out this kind of little wooden sort of cylinder and unscrews the cap off of it and offers it towards you, Anthena.
She'll take it.
Yeah, you can see inside there's some sort of like opaque cream. It's kind of like a bit of an off-white with little flecks of like just green and blue something in there.
Would you mind if I asked what's in this or how you make it?
Well, it's an old recipe passed down for, well, just like the story, passed down for those who work here. It's a very specific type of balm for burns. Works far more effective than the stuff you'll get at the markets, I can guarantee you that. But I don't know who came up with the recipe originally, but there's just a few different herbs we have ordered in and mixed together. Again, I'm not the one who mixes them, so I don't really know, but it's good for the burns that we get when, she points at the boiler, well, I don't have to explain, when the boilers start acting up every once in a while.
Right. Yeah. Makes total sense.
I believe
About how much
The rumors go that way back, all the way back when this whole mess started, that the knight was here looking for this.
Do you know if he ever got it?
Again, there's a couple different versions of the story. Some say that they didn't have any on hand and he left. Some say that they gave him some. None of them know if he delivered it to where he was going, though.
Would you mind if I took some of this?
I'm sure you've more than helped us enough for today, so please feel free. And I'll get you the Cinderstone as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so she makes her way. She hands you like the rest of that cylinder of the bomb.
All right.
After taking a little bit to wipe on her own hands and a bit for her face as well. And then she makes her way over across here to this cabinet, and you see her actually pull out gloves first. They're like two large, very sturdy looking oven mitts. And then she fiddles around with a few things. You see her put something that kind of glows that hot orange into a small little, seemingly like crystalline container. And the glowing light is still kind of able to be seen through that translucent crystal. And then she brings it back over and holds it out, still wearing those oven mitts, and says, "It shouldn't be too hot now that it's in its case."
Leah is in her disc. Sorry.
There.
Who wants to take the Cinderstone? I mean, she's offering it to me, so I guess Athena will take it. But she's kind
You
of
have
like
pockets.
You know, does Cinderstone fit in my pockets?
So it's about the size of like a sort of a jewelry box, or like a little music box, essentially.
Okay.
The Cinderstone itself is only about the size of like maybe like a billiard ball.
Right.
And it's inside this like crystalline square container, a cubed container, that you can kind of still see that glow through. But she hands it to you, and it is cool to the touch.
Okay. All right. I will take it and put it somewhere. I have hella pockets, but I also have a satchel, I think, so I'll put it in there.
I will advise you, we've worked with these for ages. We don't keep them in those containers for storage because they tend to diminish the heat of them over time a lot faster than if you kept them just outside of it, which is why I'm giving you this container. A lot safer for handling, but we don't usually store them in those containers. So if you're planning to use it for a year, I wouldn't store it long term in that container. But for carrying around, definitely useful. Don't take it out of that. It will burn a hole right through your backpack. And you.
Good to know. Oh, okay. Good to know. Thank you. I will be super careful. Athena eyes it very suspiciously as she puts it in her bag. Like, okay, don't drop it. Don't trip. And then I will I'll also pocket the balm. And thank Thessa for her items.
And she just kind of returns back. Well, thank you for your help. I shuddered to think what might have happened if we just kept maintaining the boilers. Either that thing would have attacked us when we were here by ourselves, or, well, the boilers couldn't handle a lot more of that, so it might have been very bad. So thank you again for your help. I think you might have averted quite a disaster today. If you're ever, if you're ever back at the bathhouse, I'll put in good word with Million. You can come here for free.
Athena's eyes go wide with excitement, and she kind of perks up. That would be very wonderful. Thank you. I'm sure we could use some respite in the next coming days. So thank you very much.
They might not be incredibly happy about losing the coin, the Misthaven sisters, but it's not like they can do much if we just stop fueling the boilers, so they really have to listen to us. I'll leave your names with Million and you can come back. I think she knows your face by now, right?
I would hope so. We've caused enough of a stir, I would imagine.
Very well. I suppose we've got a lot of cleaning up to do. As he
Oh,
looks
I'm
around at
sorry.
the shattered crates and the the various bits of the boilers that are kind of sticking out at weird angles just because of the misshapen overheating of it.
Well, let us help you with that, and then I'll cast Unseen Servant to help kind of tidy up, and then with whatever it can do. I don't know how much it can do with the boilers, but it
I
can
think
clean up.
it can help
broken-
sweep up like the splintered wood from the crates.
Yeah, and then Dana will kind of just hover around and try to help to make it go faster.
Alright. Is there anything anybody else wants to do before you just kind of skip that time and let you guys leave?
And I do give the balm to Sarisa and Kagox and help them apply it on their burns.
Mhm.
As you apply the balm, it kind of feels like cool to the touch, even though when you first kind of like take it out of the compartment, it doesn't actually feel that cool. It just feels like your average cream. But as you sort of rub it into your hands and onto your face, you feel this sort of cooling sensation as if somebody was holding like a cold compress or a wet washcloth to your face. And it does soothe that burn like almost instantly. You're not in pain.
Agox is being stubborn. He insists he's fine.
Wow.
Kagox, I don't. You might be fine, but you do have a burn on you. Just let me put this on.
He sulks and then just lets you do it.
Be as mad as you want. I'm sure you feel better.
Sarisa would like to tug on Anthena's sleeve.
He looks at you.
And she has this small smile and says, "Welcome to the Church of Fortuna."
I think Anthena initially is like goes to roll her eyes, but then she'll kind of think about it for a moment, and then she'll smile back and she'll say, "Well, happy to be here."
Yes, Sarisa has converted one.
It took
Listen, I
21
did say-
sessions to convert. 21
She-
seconds.
she was kind of-
Smile.
We got one! I mean, honestly, she was ready the second she found out that her deceased friend is buried in a Fortuna church. So, yeah, she's on board.
Does make sense.
Mm-hmm. Canon compliant.
No,
But Anthony will be like,
yeah, go ahead.
you're gonna have to teach me what that really means, though. I'm afraid I don't have much experience with religion.
Don't worry, we have plenty of time. Oh, by the way, do you still have my tea?
Yeah, hold on. Alright, where would yeah, okay. I'm trying to yes, 1 second. She was over here for a second, so I'm like, she probably put the tea down. Here you go. I would have thought that it would have gotten cold by now, but with all the
This
steam,
room is so hot that
it's still piping hot.
in fact, there's probably a little bit of extra moisture in there, so there's more tea than when you left it.
Look at that. More tea.
Oh yeah. Sarisa starts drinking her tea. She's like,
It's a little watered down, but it still tastes good.
You can move it, Leah.
Nice. Nice. Wait.
If you click and drag yourself and then hold Alt to move, then you'll be able to move yourself together with it. There you go.
Yeah. Leah's sitting on it, riding around the
Yeah,
room.
is it it's like a floating? Yeah, oh my god.
Leah invents
Yeah, because she
bumper
can
cars.
control it. She
Oh
can
my
control it
gosh.
at will. So
This is the side hustle. We pay people to ride on this thing.
true.
we'll make so much money.
Just bumping into shit.
Oh god. It's like Aang on his little like air ball.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah!
That's what I'm picturing.
So as you finish up talking with Thessa, you can make your way out if that's what you're aiming for. Unless anybody has anything else they want to do.
I don't think so.
Our Cinderstone solved the issue. Yeah, I think we're good. Wee.
Woo.
Hey, Leo, let me on.
Fine. I suppose.
Is it big enough for
Yeah,
two?
can we both fit on?
I think probably.
Yeah, the weight limit is like 500 pounds, so
I don't wait.
if we both sit on one
I
side
will-
of it, I think we'll be fine.
I will say, you can't quite do what you're doing. I thought it was funny, so I was letting you do it, but it doesn't quite work that way.
Ah,
Boo! Boo!
While you're
Boo.
you want to be a cool DM?
While you're
Well-
within 20 feet of the disc, it's immobile. And then when you move outside of it, it follows you.
Boo!
So you can't technically ride it around like bumper cars. But
Well,
I thought it was
then
funny.
Anthena can ride it, right?
Yeah, you can have it follow you around and Anthena can ride it.
Alright, yeah, Anthena.
Oh,
can
okay.
ride it.
Unless Anthena exceeds
I
500
suppose.
pounds.
No, she does not.
What does she have in her pocket?
Actually,
She's
a
got a lot
lot,
of
but it
pockets.
does not. It doesn't succeed 500
does have a
pounds.
dress of many pockets, so.
This is true.
but
How
not
much does the
that many.
Cinderstone weigh? Surely not that much. It's
About
the size
same
of
as,
like
a,
a.
yeah, about the same as a pool ball.
Oh, okay, yeah, we good.
I think it's got a decent heft to it, but it's not like you're not going to notice it in your bag much. The case adds a little bit as well, but may Fortuna smile upon you both. And yeah, Thessa kind of gives a wave and says that, and to you as well. And then she sets back out to fixing up the boilers.
Three's scampering.
Right, so you guys make your way back out of the back boiler room and into the steam baths proper. And you can see all the the steam bath patrons, all the bathers. They're just still kind of hanging out in the water. You hear a couple of them kind of mumbling as they're chilling out, and one of them just goes like, "Do you feel the water get like really hot for a few minutes there?" And the other one goes, "Yeah, it was nice. They should do that more often."
Is Kikok still like butt ass naked?
Yeah, he's been naked this whole time.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my
been
God.
naked the entire time.
I feel like Leah's a little bit scarred, I think she would be.
Yeah, the entire time you were in that back room, Thessa and Celeste were like very carefully like averting their gaze from you guys.
Three's like
It's too hot for a robe. I don't understand. They tell me to take off my clothes and put on more clothes.
Anthena, has Megok's been naked this whole time?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
trying to ignore it, but yeah.
Okay. But of course, she just sips her tea. Of course he was. I guess we should go let the proprietress know that we dealt with the problem, yes?
Yeah. That way we can come in here for free.
You think I'll get my gold back?
I would hope so. We didn't
I
take a
hope
bath, did we?
Not yet. I think I'm going to, though.
That's honestly fair. I mean, you know, if you don't want the gold back, I think you could just do it now.
I think I want my gold back.
sips her tea and she's gonna haggle for that gold piece back.
This thing's just following wherever Leah goes. So.
Yeah. Usually like
And Tina's
floating.
loving on it.
Honestly, Sarisa could probably hop on too.
Yeah. And they don't want
Yeah,
to
they could dangle their legs off of either side.
Yeah,
of it. They sit back to back and dangle.
That's what I'm
their-
picturing.
Full
Like
floating.
little, yeah,
Yeah.
cute.
Right, so you guys
Leo's taxi service.
wind your ways back through the baths. And you can change if you want. Your stuff is still there.
Yeah. Collect her clothes. She did the
Uh,
fight in a robe. That's pretty epic, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And she didn't flash anybody.
Yeah. The grace of a bard.
Teresa didn't only removed her shoes, so
Oh my god,
would-
no, Peacox is leaving naked. Guys, guys.
no,
It's where we don't see this. We don't know. I think it's taking your time putting
you
her
just
clothes
kind
back
of
on.
hear like Million's voice from the other room as you guys are changing. Just, you really should put your, and then he's gone out the door.
Yeah, you catch backside as he just out the door.
Oh my
Peacox
goodness.
ass.
And then you just kind of hear as you guys are emerging from your change room, Million and Aurora just like, it's not a problem anymore. It's a problem for the town guard. He's outside this team bath, so really not our,
Oh, no.
our issue
Wait, is he
anymore.
gonna
Just
get
leave it.
arrested? Wait.
Leah,
Public
Leah,
indecency.
go chase after him. Go chase after him.
I
right
mean-
now.
They might not send you to prison directly, but they might give you a stern talking to.
We are low-key wanted, though, so I feel like any sort of,
That might get you sent to prison.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, one would say
well,
that
we
avoiding
really-
talks with the town guard is probably wise. It's been
Yes,
several days, so
so-
word would have spread of your escape, so by now your faces will be recognizable to people in law enforcement.
Uh-oh.
Oh, great.
Smart
Good to know.
guard.
What, you guys
Good to
know
know. We
there's
have
a
a
timer on
1-star
that?
wanted rating.
Do we know the
Not
timeline for that?
No, the timer.
Oh,
the longer there
no!
is for... Well, the longer there is for word to travel about your escape, the more likely it is that people will recognize you.
I thought that one guard said that he'd vouch for us. I think his name was Ed. He was the one who let us go. He's like, oh, you got lost in the woods somewhere.
Yeah, he's the reason they didn't immediately come after you.
Okay, that's what I thought. I took a note of that.
There's still
but-
5 prisoners who didn't show up to the prison. So he tried to lie for you, but they're still going to investigate. So he bought you guys more
Fine,
time
guys.
on that timeline, but like at a certain point,
Oh.
they're going to recognize that something went wrong.
Surely they don't know that we're here.
Yeah, of course not.
They might not know
Really?
it directly,
Yeah.
but word would have traveled about some escaped people. So the more criminal you are in plain
Doing
view, the
anything
more some
illegal.
people might start to piece together.
We've done
what happened.
nothing wrong.
But the average
We've
person will
done
not
nothing.
just recognize you on the street. It's not like they have your photos. out there.
Okay.
Wanted posters that don't look at all like us.
Oh,
But, yeah.
God.
If anybody heard about prison caravans and stuff like that, which would be probably the other town watch, then they might be able to piece it together. But it's still very iffy.
They always get my nose wrong.
Thank you, thank you.
They have sketches of you, but they're all like really inaccurate. Chaos is like, it just looks exactly like Chaos, except he just doesn't have a trunk. That's the only difference.
And they can't
It's just like a
piece it
normal
together. They
nose.
can't
It's like
find
a
this
normal
guy.
That's
human nose.
uncanny. That is
That's cursed.
hate that.
No.
disturbing.
Mika, can you mock that up? I need to
Yeah,
see
we
it.
No,
Yes.
no, that's SCP levels of no.
Yes, yes, I'll do it.
No. Curse.
But seriously, if you're asking for your gold back,
Yes. Teresa's gonna scamper over on her tiptoes, leaning on the desk.
So, we dealt with the problem.
did you? Well, suppose I've got you to thank then. You worked it all out with the elementalists back there.
In fact, we did. And we did such a good job that they said that we should be able to return with no charge for the bathhouse.
Did they? Oh, wait, well, suppose I can confirm it with them later. But, sounds reasonable to me. If you help them enough, I suppose we can let you in.
Cerise's kind of just looking
Oh,
at her.
That reminds
This
me.
look.
You put down some gold here to bathe, but you didn't actually bathe, so here, take it back.
Yes. She's like, oh, why, thank you.
She just picks it up and pockets it. And she maybe looks at Athena like,
Well, shall we take advantage of our reward? Or should we go chase down a certain giant naked fellow?
Is your
So that he
friend did
doesn't cause
leave
problem.
naked?
Yeah,
should
I
mention
know
that if
he
you didn't
did.
notice.
I'm sure he did.
Cerisa, how about we come back later when our dear friend is not naked and roaming through the streets of America?
Yeah, he'd probably want to get his stuff back too. We'll be back later, and we do apologize for that.
It's alright, not our problem anymore.
That's true. It's our problem now. But we will be back later.
Yes, do come back.
Indeed, and may Fortuna smile upon both of you.
And they don't like look at and she'll go like, yes, may Fortuna smile upon you both.
Perfect, Anthena.
And
Did I do it right?
you as well?
That's right. Oh, excuse her. She is now newly converted to the Church of Fortuna, so she's getting her practice in.
Oh, I see. That must have been some talk with the elementalists.
You have
I'm sure
no
they'll-
idea.
I'm sure they'll fill you in on the details later.
I'm
For
sure
now,
they
we have to go and chase our friend down. Come and Theta. Oh, one
Okay.
second.
and she puts the teacup down.
Fair enough.
The tea was delightful, by the way.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Okay, let's go chase down Kgox.
Let's.
As you guys have turned around and are like sort of just opening the door to leave, you hear like a snap of the fingers just, and Aurora says, "Oh, right, I was supposed to get help. I'm sorry, I forgot."
It's fine.
Asshole.
Don't worry about it.
I did get horrifically burned, and as did many of my comrades, but it's alright.
As you kind of
No
glance
harm, no
back at her, Million just shoots you a look like, "You see what I'm dealing with?"
Good luck. May Fortuna smile upon you.
You entered on
Okay.
Aurora's side, you left on Million's side. Now you
No, I still
understand what she's got
Aurora.
to deal with day in day
Yeah,
out.
you liked her so much, and now
Me, the player, Gabby likes her. Anthony
Yeah.
would probably be annoyed, but it's alright.
And so you walk out of the steam bath. But we're already over time, so we'll leave the session there. We'll pick up again next time.
Booyah.
Oh, great. We're picking up on naked Kgox.
Awesome! Can't wait for next week.
Can't wait for next week when we address the social commentary issues of Kgox's ass in the street.
well, at least we'll remember where we left off.
Could
Sure.
Kgox
We can't
be allowed
forget.
to be nude in public? A debate.
I mean, do elephants wear clothes?
Do
No.
they wear clothes? Is the real question. Yes.
All elephants I know don't wear clothes, and I know a lot of elephants, and they don't be wearing clothes.
Is it illegal if he is more elephant than human?
Than
looking?
human.
More on this next week.
Will update as the story continues.
Yeah. What percentage of an animal do you have to look like for nudity
Yeah,
to
be
not be a problem?
This is an interesting debate, and it does come down to a question that I am afraid to ask. So,
The Donald Duck conundrum.
yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True. Chaos is forcing us to battle this, but you'll see all of that on Dragon Ball Z.
Forcing
next
nothing. He was
week.
hot. He didn't want to be in there.
His little Chaos is out. I wanna see that.
His little elephant trunk.
And that's what I was afraid to ask. That is, in fact, we've broached
This
it.
is
All right.
terrible.
That's where we'll end the session for today.
You don't want to continue this conversation on
Yeah,
stream?
come on,
No.
you don't want to talk about it right now.
What are the
Hurry, Grand,
terms of
hurry.
service in regards to?
Hurry, Grand.
Starting a Twitter thread on
Well,
this.
that's
situation.
your right to do so. It's my right to block you on Twitter.
Please don't.
But all right, okay. So we'll end the session there. We'll pick up next time. Off the top of our heads, does anything interfere with next week?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Not for me.
Shouldn't, but I will keep you posted.
Should be okay.
Yeah. If anything changes, let me know. As usual. But we'll pencil ourselves in for a yes next time, and we'll pick right back up again with more Gaunt's Gold. Yeah, it was a good session. Maybe not the direction you thought it was going. We did start this session being like, yeah, we're totally gonna do a pirate ship heist. Nope.
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 I've given up expecting plans that we have later in the day to happen in the same session because we normally end up doing something else for the whole day and then we do
Sometimes you get
plans. So
derailed.
yeah, you know, we saw that we checked off the last item on our shopping list.
I mean, I knew this whole thing was here, so when you guys were like, we're gonna go do we're gonna go break into the pirate ship, but we're gonna stop up at the steam baths first, I was like, oh. I don't know if we're gonna get that far then.
That's funny.
Guys, we can get a bomb now though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Complete.
Yeah. Bomb complete. Rourke's gonna be so excited.
Yeah, bomb time.
Bomb time.
Bomb time.
Bomb time.
Well, pirate. Well, actually, we could Loki go drop the stuff off to him, and then go rob our pirate ship because that can't happen till later. So I don't know.
Might still be at
maybe.
work, so I wouldn't walk in with the bomb
Yeah.
components.
Oh, right.
He has been
Yeah.
reprimanded multiple times for trying to make bombs at work, so I don't know if they'll
We did
appreciate
tell
that.
him. Yeah. We did tell him that he could meet us at the tavern. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll meet you.
But I guess,
Probably.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
probably.
Okay, we'll catch up to him.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll pick back up again there, and we'll probably do the breaking and entering next time. Big asterisks next to that. We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll
See
possibly
what we
get
get
into it.
into. Maybe we'll have a whole episode dedicated to public indecency.
Oh.
I feel like we might.
The Kegox ends up on our registry arc.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the
Yikes.
content you want to see.
Yeah. That's what the
Gaunt's-
public needs.
Gaunt's Gold, everybody. Gaunt's Gold. Join us
Gold.
next time when we
Public
find
meeting.
out the consequences for nudity in Marinhall.
All right. Now, so we'll wrap up here, and I will see you guys next time. In terms of streams this week, probably something Friday. We haven't 100%ed the plan, but I'll announce it later. But probably we'll do a stream Friday. But other than that, I'm going to be kind of busy this weekend, so I think we'll just probably pick up again on Tuesday. And then I do have to do the challenge stream. That'll happen some point soon, but I don't think I'm going to get it done this week. The challenge stream will happen, I promise. For those who don't know what the challenge stream is, I promise to speedrun Fox and Socks by Dr. Seuss after Rika read it on stream.
Can we make a new like speedrun.com like register? Is there like a Dr. Seuss reading worldwide?
Yeah, is that a
speedrun?
thing?
There should be.
The
We can make it
challenge,
happen.
challenge is that I don't end the stream until I read it all the way through with 0 errors.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
I'm so
Is
sorry, Gran.
is it like reading it as fast as you possibly can without errors, or just
I think
reading it?
to a certain
without
point,
errors?
if I go too fast, you won't be able to see if I made an error. So I think
Right.
at a reasonable enough pace, like a fairly quick pace, I can't stop and like figure out a word, and I can't
Right.
read it really, really slow to make it easy on myself. But I have to do it at a decent pace and with 0 errors. I can't fumble a word or say the wrong word. And that is a book designed to make you make mistakes. So
It's true.
It's
it
true.
literally says that at the beginning. there is text that says that this is a book designed to be read out loud and it is designed to be hard to read. So that's the challenge team. The Fox and Socks challenge. Yeah, I already fucked it up.
Oh, do it again.
You better start practicing.
No
should
practice.
I just do it? Should I just like raw dog it? I don't think I should practice, right? I shouldn't practice.
That's right. No,
practicing
practice.
is
No
cheating.
practicing.
Yeah.
Practicing is
Right.
cheating. It's a
Raw
challenge.
dogging Fox
Yeah,
on socks.
I'm just gonna go into it.
Please
We're gonna-
stop
it's gonna be a
saying raw
blind run.
dogging fox on socks.
You hear one of the cardinals said the phrase raw dogging?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Oh God. In like 100 years from now, all like there'll be like a new like version of the Bible. It's just all like Zoomer, brain rot.
Oh
Yeah,
God. No, please.
Skibbity toilet will
doesn't
be in the
exist
new
already.
Bible.
No, sir. Please,
Lincoln's
sir.
too.
I do not want that, sir.
Good thing I don't read that book.
And God said, the hell's that?
All right, let's end this stream.
Why? I'm sure this is content.
All right. So as I said, probably a stream Friday, probably a collab with the gang, the usual Kong gang.
Yeah, that's
some-
console.
some Void crew. We're gonna go to space. I'm gonna eject Rika
Oh,
out the airlock.
Yeah, bro.
So
How
many
could
times.
you?
So many times. That's
No!
gonna be my job. Is I'm gonna be in charge of the airlock. I'm just gonna vent Rika constantly. So if you want to
Oh
see
my
that, tune in.
You monster! I can't believe you.
But yeah, that's all for this stream. Thank you for watching, chat. Thanks for the follows that we got during the stream. Thanks for the raid as well. Very kind of you all, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And that's all. Let's send you guys to a friend of the community. Who we got? We've got Ulysses is live. Let's send you Ulysses. For those who don't know, I did a stream with Ulysses where we discussed character writing. It was a lecture. It was a TED Talk. It was a Charlemagne TED Talk. So, if you're interested in character writing, he does a lot of stuff about like writing. He writes on stream a lot. So, go and hang out with him. I think he's playing a video game right now, but he does a lot of writing. And he's a cool guy. So go and say hello. Go be polite. And I don't need to tell you guys that. I say it every time, but I don't need to tell you guys that. You'll be polite. Go have a good time. And I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching.